believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Hello and welcome to my Mind Over Your Matter. My name is Rick, and let's get this show started. Yes, it's Monday. I'm feeling fill in the blanks. My neck and my back hurts like hell today, but it's okay. I still put a smile on my face and just carry on. You know, this one's for Charlie. Let's do it for Charlie. So, with that. How was your day? Mine was pretty okay. It's just I started getting a lot of pain in my neck and my back. I put cream already in my neck, and next thing I got to take is my medication to kill that pain, because that pain is very persistent in my neck. It's just signs that I know I need to see the surgeon. I'm just procrastinating because of a lot of things going on in the world, and not only that, but what happened to Hulk Hogan could possibly happen to me, and I don't want what happened to Hulk Hogan happen to me. And it sucks, you know. It's just that tug of war. If I should or shouldn't, should I, don't mess with it. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point when my neck is driving me fucking crazy. That's all I can do is take medications and deal with it. Like how the doctor said, I'm going to have pain for the rest of my life. But fuck, man, that pain is crazy. It's crazy. And it's crazy when the medicine wears off. Oh, my God. It's so crazy when the medicine wears off. But I picked up some medicine at the dispensary. And if you're wondering what I picked up at the dispensary, well, let me clue you in on a little something here. What I picked up today is called Citrus City Flower. What a fucking name. Citrus City Flower. and it has 24.52% THC. So let's see how this works out for me. I hope it helps with the pain, because that's why I take and I smoke this medicine. It's not only for the cancer, but it's also for the pain, and I suffer from chronic pain, especially in the neck. Neck is like the worst part, man. I hate when my neck acts up. Usually acts up, change of the season, rain coming, some shit like that always affects me. Get this medicine nice and rolled up. I went to the dispensary before starting the show. That's why I was about 5 minutes late, so I apologize for that. Um, but I gotta get this medicine going. I hope it's good. This is the first time the dispensary has this medicine. It's a brand new medicine that they brought in. I call it medicine. People call it weed. People call it marijuana. People call it all different types of names. Mary Jane. What other names could they? There's so many names for this medicine. I just call it medicine because that's what it is to me. It's not. It's a drug, right? But I don't see it as a drug. I see it as a plant. It's a medicine. It's medicinal. It's very helpful, at least for me. You know, and I smoke every day on my show. Every show. There's been a couple of shows that I stop on purpose to not smoke. But it's been a long time since I've done that, and I don't think I'm gonna stop in a while. It's gonna be a while before I stop. At least for a week, I'll stop, and it'll be a sober week. But then when I light up again, boy, it's like that medicine rush and hits you, and it feels so good. Got the joint ready. Got it all rolled up. Smells good. Oh man. Smells really good. I can't wait to smoke it. I hope it's good. Because then I'm gonna have to roll up another one if it is. Because I'm in that much pain. I'm sorry. Chronic pain really sucks. And if you're one of those people that suffer from chronic pain, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and turn on my little candles here because I like to have some light in front of me. And let's get into the news. Let's see what in the world. I got some paranormal videos to watch, but that's going to be towards the end of the show that we're going to watch those. Let me go ahead and pull up a couple of things here. First of all, I got to search for something. before I be starting something, I better be searching something. See, I'm gonna be starting something here. Okay, there's nothing there. Let me check out over here. I'm just seeing what's the latest. If there's anything crazy that has popped off. Nothing too crazy. We do have a Tyson De La Cruz video to watch together. So it's gonna be interesting with Tyson. You know what? I'm going to start off the show with Tyson. So let's go ahead and start off with my buddy Tyson De La Cruz. That he's always going to be here until it changes. I hope it doesn't, not anytime soon. But Tyson will be on with us every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Time. So be here with questions and interact with Tyson because I'm the only YouTuber right now that he's coming onto the show with. He doesn't go to anybody else. So take advantage of this now because if other people discover that he's here, the chat room's going to be crazy. I'm just letting you know because I've been to his shows and I've been on his lives before and it's just crazy amount of people. It's just crazy amount. I'm actually a monitor for his channel. So it's It's wild. So let's go ahead and set this up here. Let's go ahead and watch Tyson de la Cruz.
34-year-old woman of trafficking drugs in Gwinnett County for a Mexican drug cartel.
America, we just got hit with one of the most massive fentanyl busts in Georgia history, and the details are absolutely staggering. A 34-year-old woman called Cecilia Laura Rores was arrested with 25 kilograms of fentanyl. That's enough deadly poison to kill 12 million people, which is literally the entire population of Georgia and Delaware combined. But here's what makes this even more disturbing. She was directly connected to the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of the most violent drug organizations in Mexico. And when she was arrested, she had a child in the car with her. This is the second largest fentanyl seizure in Georgia history, and it shows how deep these Mexican cartels have penetrated into American communities.
I always call you Seven. I'm always going to call you Seven. I know it's White Alchemy Studios, but I call you Seven.
Of trafficking drugs in Gwinnett County for a Mexican drug cartel.
I love Seven.
Authorities say she had the second largest amount of fentanyl they have ever seen in Georgia at the time of her arrest in Lawrenceville.
What is up, guys? Tyson de la Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This case perfectly illustrates how Mexican cartels are using our own communities as distribution hubs for the deadliest drug crisis in American history. Let me break down just how massive this fentanyl bust really was. We're talking about 25 kilograms. That's roughly 57 pounds of pure fentanyl. To put that in perspective, that's about the weight of a large suitcase that you check on an airplane. Except this suitcase contained enough poison to kill every person in the state of Georgia.
According to prosecutors and according to her arrest warrant, this woman was found with nearly 25 kilograms of fentanyl. And so you may be wondering, what does that look like in pounds? That's roughly 57 pounds.
The DEA says it takes 2 milligrams of fentanyl to potentially kill a person. That's about the size of 5 to 7 grains of salt. When you do the math on 25 kilograms, you're looking at enough deadly doses to wipe out multiple states. Celia Laura Rios was arrested back in July by Auburn police in Gwinnett County, but the details of this case are now coming back to light. She was supposed to appear in court for a bond hearing, but her attorney withdrew the request, meaning she's staying locked up like Akon.
But back in July,
you think me and Tyson look alike?
Able to stop.
We think alike.
Laura Rios to keep that stash off the streets.
Now here's where the story gets really serious.
We make a good team.
Prosecutors,
that's my tag team partner right there.
Wasn't just some independent drug dealer. She was working.
I'm going to go to war. I'm taking Tyson with
Generation
me.
Cartel, also known as CJNG. This is one of the most violent and sophisticated criminal organizations in Mexico.
They haven't provided many details of that arrest off Pleasant Hill Road in Lawrenceville, but prosecutors tell 11 Alive Rios was part of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, which the Drug Enforcement Agency has targeted in Gwinnett County before.
This wasn't the first time the DEA has targeted the CJNG operations in Gwinnett County. Back in April, a federal grand jury indicted 5 people in Norcross in a money laundering scheme that allegedly funneled more than $1 million in drug proceeds to Mexico on behalf of the same cartel. Think about what this means. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel has established a sophisticated distribution network in Georgia. They're not just smuggling drugs across the border. They're setting up operations in America's suburbs using people like Rios to distribute massive quantities of fentanyl through the Southeast.
Prosecutors say when she was arrested, she had a child in the car with her.
Think about that for a second.
Holy
this
shit.
Woman was driving around with enough fentanyl to kill 12 million people, and she had a kid sitting right next to her in the vehicle.
It's
no way.
The amount seized was all fentanyl, or if it was mixed in with other drugs.
Look at that.
She was supposed to appear inside a courtroom here at the Gwinnett County Justice Center.
Fentanyl is so dangerous that just being in the
same
space as it can be absolutely dangerous. We've seen cases where police officers have been hospitalized just accidentally inhaling fentanyl particles during a drug bust. This woman exposed a child to that level of danger while trafficking for the Mexican cartel. The fact that she had a child in the car with her also shows how these cartels operate. They use families, they use kids, they use everyone to cover for their operation. They don't care about safety of children or innocent innocent people. All they care about is moving the poison and making profit.
It's also unclear when she will be appearing in court once again, but this is a story we're going to be following. I should also mention she did request bond and did file a motion for bond.
Here's another crucial detail. Rios has an ICE hold, meaning Immigration and Customs Enforcement has flagged her for potential deportation proceedings. This suggests she may not be in the country legally, which could fit the pattern of the cartels using people with questionable immigration status to do their dirty work. The fact that she had an ICE hold also means that if she had been granted a bond, she likely wouldn't have been released anyway. Federal immigration authorities would have taken her into custody for deportation proceedings.
Yeah, so that's actually obviously a really good question. This was a bond hearing, so eventually she's going to have to appear before. They're going to have a preliminary hearing at some point, possibly another bond hearing if the defense attorney decides that they want to file another motion for bonds.
Her attorney withdrew the bond request, which tells you they probably realize that there's no point in fighting this. When you're caught with 57 pounds of fentanyl and you're connected to a Mexican cartel, you're not getting out of jail anytime soon.
That's crazy.
This case is going to be prosecuted aggressively because prosecutors want to make an example of cartel operations. In Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office specifically reached out to the media to highlight this case, showing they wanted to send a message to other cartel members operating in Georgia. This bust represents just a tiny fraction of fentanyl flooding into American communities every single day. This is the second largest seizure in Georgia history. Imagine how much is getting through that we don't even catch.
And what's so interesting about this, when 57
They'll turn around and sell those pills like $30 a piece.
She had in for people at home who use obviously our imperial system instead of the metric system. 57 pounds. If you are boarding an aircraft in the United States, you are allowed to check a bag up to 50 pounds and you pay more for 70 pounds.
The reporter's analogy really drives home the scale of this operation. 57 pounds is about the size of a large suitcase that you would check on an airplane, except instead of clothes and vacation items, this suitcase contained enough poison to kill the entire population of Georgia. Fentanyl is now the leading cause of death in Americans age 18 to 45. It's killing more people than car accidents, more than gun violence, more than any disease. And it's all coming from Mexican cartels like the Jalisco New Generation cartel that was supplying Rios. The fact that these cartels established distribution networks in places like Gwinnett County shows how deep this crisis has penetrated into American communities. They're not just operating at the border. They're operating in suburbs, using neighborhoods as distribution hubs for their deadly poison. America, this massive fentanyl bust in Georgia shows the scope of the crisis we're facing. 25 kilograms of fentanyl, enough to kill 12 million people, was being trafficked through Gwinnett County by somebody working directly with one of Mexico's most violent cartels. The fact that Rios had a child in the car when she was arrested shows the complete disregard these cartel operatives have for human life. They don't care about American families. They don't care about children. They don't care about the communities they're poisoning with their deadly drugs. While this bust took 25 kilograms of poison off the streets, it's just a drop in the bucket compared to what's still out there. Every day that we don't secure the border, every day we don't crack down on these cartel networks, more American families are going to lose loved ones to this fentanyl poisoning. Rios is facing serious federal charges and potential deportation, but taking down one cartel operative isn't enough. We need to dismantle the entire network that's flooding our communities with this deadly poison. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.
Tyson, thank you for the entry there. Wow, man, it's just amazing how
on top of him.
All this craziness is going on.
Hit him again. Hit him on the foot.
It's just like YouTube's going crazy again. YouTube, you're doing it again. You're going crazy. I gotta set all this up again. Freaking YouTube. YouTube likes to go crazy from time to time. But damn, that's a lot of fentanyl. 57 pounds. 57 pounds. That's probably how much the baby weigh, or the kid that she had in the car weighs. Oh my goodness. Enough to kill how much? 12 million people? 12 million. And there's people out there taking that shit and drinking that shit. That is crazy. That's how they're trying to how they're gonna try to defeat us is by the drugs and import the drugs in and try to kill the people. Little by little, you kill them. It's like it's poison. It's definitely poison, and the fact that people continue to buy it is very disturbing, like extremely disturbing. Um, let's see what else we got here. Let me see what I could bring up. I got some Charlie Kirk stuff and a few Charlie Kirk stuff. Let me just organize this a little bit here. You know what? Let's go with this one here. Damn, I gotta reset it up. Give me 1 second so I can set it up. All right, here it goes. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Let's turn our attention right now to more top headlines here on Live Now from Fox as we continue to detail the latest on another kinetic strike of a potential suspected narco-terrorist there in the Caribbean. I do want to put up just this video, or this
blow it up.
Media, I should say.
Blow the
President
bitch up
of the United States talking about this, saying this morning, on my orders, the U.S. military forces conducted a second kinetic strike against possibly identified extraordinarily violent drug trafficking cartels and narco-terrorists in the Southcom area of responsibility. I want to play some of this video out as I read the remainder of the statement here on Live Now from Fox, as he says the strike occurred while these confirmed narco-terrorists from Venezuela were in international waters transporting illegal narcotics headed to the U.S. These extremely violent drug trafficking cartels pose a threat to U.S. national security, foreign policy, and the vital U.S. interests. The strike resulted in 3 male terrorists killed in action. No U.S. forces were harmed in the strike. Be warned, you are transporting drugs that can kill Americans. We are hunting you. The illicit activities by these cartels have wrought devastating consequences on American communities for decades, killing millions of American citizens. No longer. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So, of course, these are some images coming in from Rapid Response 47 talking about their 3 male terrorists killed in action. So that the most recent update from the president on social media, and plenty has been made, as this is not the first strike that we have seen, not the first that we've seen on video. And immediately in the aftermath of the first, I remember there were quite a few questions for White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about this, the legality of it, how it transpired, how it all went down. So, of course, following the latest on this, as the Venezuelan boat, the U.S. military destroyed the Caribbean, altered the course, appeared to potentially have turned around. So following it very closely here on Live Now from Fox, it says a second kinetic strike against a positively identified drug trafficking cartel. So following closely here on Live Now from Fox, a live look there in Washington, D.C. at the White House, and the crackdown on cartels, on different potentially foreign terrorist organizations continues. I'm Andy Mack. We're back after this.
Crack down on those motherfuckers. Crack down. You gotta put an end to it. You gotta stop it somehow, some way. Can't be passing those drugs here. No more drugs. No more drugs. You got away with it for so long under the Biden and under the Clintons and under the Obamas, but you're not gonna do it now under the second Trump term. They tried. Trump tried to deflect them and stop them before. Now he's on a mission to put an end to it, and he's going after Venezuela. And don't be timid. He will bomb the shit out of Venezuela. Inside Venezuela, they will target areas in Venezuela. I think what they're doing now is getting a lot of reconnaissance and getting all real-time video of movements and seeing where all the drugs and where all the weaponry and all this craziness is located. And they're going to be targeted like strikes. And I have a feeling they're gonna go after Venezuela hard. They do have a submarine out there. They got battleships out there. It could get ugly real fast, and I think we need to we need to get this war started with Venezuela and go after those drugs. You know, it's just, and we got to get Maduro's out of there. Maduro needs to go and send them to Russia. You know, that's the best place I think will be fit for him is Russia. Yeah, let me resize all the videos here real quick. I really don't understand why YouTube is so fucking crazy. You know, it's like YouTube always it's always something between YouTube and StreamYard. I don't know what's going on with them. It's a love-hate situation that they like to fuck around. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what's over here. I gotta resize a lot of videos and it's a lot of clicking. So let me just click away and get them all resized and ready for us to watch. Because it looks more cleaner when I go to the videos and I transition. That's why I resize them before I play them. But I have to resize every single one. And if I have a lot of windows open, that's a lot of windows I got to resize. And sometimes I forget to do it in the beginning of the show. So sometimes that is my fault. But it's okay. We're going to be fine. Let's see. Where are we going to go next? Where in the world we're going to go? Got to move some of these videos over. Okay, those are okay. I'm almost there. Give me a moment. Huh. I would like to see this one. This one's a what the fuck. Okay, so we're gonna watch a what the fuck. And then okay, let's go ahead and go here. Let's go ahead and click this. Let's go ahead and show it to you guys. Hold on. What's happening here? Okay, show this one. A little behind the scenes. Click, 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 click. And here we go. Let's watch this one.
A New Jersey nurse filing a lawsuit after she was suspended from her job after calling out a doctor who allegedly said Charlie Kirk deserved to die. The hospital saying, quote, both the doctor and the nurse were placed on suspension to allow time for a thorough and fair investigation following our standard protocol. And in the interest of everyone's safety, including their own, contrary to certain media reports, the nurse was not fired. That nurse, Lexi Kuntzel, along with her attorney, John Paul Deal, joins us now. Lexi, thanks so much. I'll get you in a second, John. But Lexi, are you fired?
No, I'm not fired as of right now. Right now, I am suspended indefinitely unpaid.
Why?
So I walked into the nurse's station and I just had learned about Charlie Kirk. I saw this guy. I didn't know who he was at the time. And he was standing there celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, saying how he deserved it. He hated Charlie Kirk and he had it coming to him. And
so you love Charlie Kirk. You didn't just want to wear him.
I loved,
yeah,
I'm a big fan of Charlie Kirk. My first retweet in 2018 it was like my first blue checkmark retweet was Charlie Kirk. I was a couple years out of college and loved him ever since.
You're aghast at this. And what'd you say?
So I looked down at his badge because I didn't know, what job, if he was a doctor or a nurse,
never
saw him before. I looked down, I see his badge and it says doctor. And I said, you're a doctor? I said, how are you saying this as a doctor that someone deserved to die? I mean, to me, I was just mind blown. And
everything went silent. You go to your manager. Your manager was understanding, but told you to go home.
Yes.
Then you posted something online and then you find out you're suspended. I want to bring in your lawyer now. And John, could you tell me how we will we find out her true status and how do we make sure she gets her job back?
Yeah, so look, there are laws under various states, including New Jersey, where people like Lexi, nurses, healthcare professionals, can push back against conduct that implicates patient safety and welfare. And
Yep,
so
that's true.
Lexi's filed a lawsuit, and
She'll win.
I'll be happy to be representing her in that lawsuit,
Woo!
essentially saying, look, this doctor took a Hippocratic oath. He's under ethical standards.
Yes, he is.
To do no harm. And instead, what he said is, I hate Charlie Kirk. He had it coming, and he deserved it. Now, that calls into question patient care and patient safety. If somebody else, let's say Charlie Kirk himself, let's say somebody with his views, somebody who was a supporter came in to that surgeon's emergency room or operating room, would that doctor say, well, I'm not going to treat him, he deserved it?
Right. That's the implication. So you posted online on Instagram, this doctor is a disgrace. He had the audacity to say, I'm glad he deserved it in front of a patient nursing station in regards to Charlie Kirk being murdered today. You are on the wrong side with the world. And you want to make sure, number one, do you want your job back?
Yeah. I mean, I've been waiting to hear from them. I'm ready to come back to work if they want me to come back to work.
And if they let you go, you're suing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Lexi, thanks so much for telling your story.
I hope she gets her job back.
And
Thank
hopefully
you.
you get to go back and this doctor understands what he said was wrong.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
That
I'm
is
Brian
crazy.
Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And
She
click here
will
to
win that
subscribe to the
lawsuit
Fox
very
News
easily, and she will get her job back very easily. There's a code of ethics in the hospital. I used to work in a hospital, so I know. One thing is like they always tell you, keep your politics to yourself, and you're here for the patients, not for yourself. You're here for the patients. All that bullshit outside world, you keep that outside, but your focus while you're here at work is to make sure every single patient that comes in here gets taken care of 100% satisfaction. You know what I mean? So the doctor definitely should be. I wouldn't okay. Is it extensive to fire him, right? Or put him in a really deep trouble, which will put a asterisk on his resume, on his record, and a pretty lengthy suspension could be fair. And hopefully he goes through more training when it comes to ethics and policies, especially at the hospital. Her, on the other hand, she should be paid all the days that she's missing out. She should be paid all those days, and she should be returned to her position without any don't reprimand her for, she stood up. She's like, why the fuck is he celebrating, and so forth. She called them out, and yet she's gonna get in trouble for calling him out. Are you crazy? That's an easy lawsuit. No wonder the attorney was like, I'll take the case on pro bono, no worries, I got this. That hospital is gonna take a shit in discovery. I'll tell you right now. When they go into discovery, that's when the shit is gonna go all over the place, and the hospital got no choice but to settle. And she just wants her job back, So I would give her her pay plus extra for the inconvenience and for her to go through this, and please return her back to her job, because nurses are very important, and one less nurse, that's a whole bunch of patients are missing out on service. So, oh man, why people are just it's in humanity, right? If someone dies and someone of importance, to still feel, even if you don't like the person, but show some dignity and show some respect. It kind of shows who you are as a person inside. It's like, do you want to be that, or you want to be this? You know, do you want to go looking like you're crazy and acting a fool and celebrating someone's death, or you want to like mourn someone's death, someone innocent that just passed away? And I felt that energy when it happened. So it's like, for me, it feels even more hurting. Like, I really was hurting that day, man. I came back on, and what a horrible day that was. I did 10 hours on it, but my goodness, I'll never forget that day, and YouTube will never forget that day because it's recorded. And I knew he was dead. And I kept saying he was dead, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, because I was feeling it. And I was talking, and I might have been chanting probably what he was like, energy wise, you know, feeling what he was feeling, and feeling the anger and the heat inside, and it was just a weird feeling I had like inside of me. It was just, I'm very empathic, but holy shit, that was really, it really affected me. It really got into me. I felt it in my muscles. I felt it inside of me, like dying, like the soul coming out. And I was like, oh no, this one's dead. This one's dead. I know. Like, I was 100% convinced. And then when I saw the video, I was even more convinced that he was dead. And I was like, oh no, this guy's like complete, like, he's not alive. There's no way. There's no way. So it sucks. It still makes me sick right now, even thinking about it and what I witnessed and everything. It's just not fair, not right. It makes me sick. So with that said, let's continue on with the news. Let's move on to another Charlie. Oh boy, here we go. Let's check this one out together.
All right, welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. I am Andy Mack. We're learning new details, new reporting about the apparent confession of the suspect, Tyler Robinson, in the fatal shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk last Wednesday on the campus of Utah Valley University. A conversation taking place on Discord as exclusive to the Washington killing appears to have confessed to friends about this online chat shortly before turning himself into law enforcement. This, according to the Washington Post, exclusive. The suspect in Charlie Kirk's killing appears to have confessed to friends in a Discord chat shortly before turning himself into law enforcement, according to two people familiar with the chat and screenshots obtained by the Post. Let's be joined right now by the reporter that broke this news, Hannah Knowles from the Washington Post. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. And in that post, he apparently said, hey guys, I have some bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this. What more can you tell us about this reporting?
Well, thanks for having me. So the suspect, Tyler Robinson, his account posted this message the evening after the shooting, and his friends in this Discord chat, this online server, they had actually sort of discussed the news of the shooting earlier after it happened, just sort of in a casual way, saying like, wow. And one of them even said that Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to go out that way. And Tyler doesn't weigh in initially, but then right before he turns himself into law enforcement, he does send that message sort of saying goodbye to his friends and thank them for everything.
And of course, the law enforcement, they did post that picture of what they believed was a person of interest that ultimately led to the suspect. Initially, this group of friends of kind of people on this Discord chat, they didn't believe that potentially could be Tyler, correct?
So that was actually a separate Discord community that Tyler was in. So clearly this is a person who has a large online footprint, which I think is why I'm really curious, you know, what else is out there. But yeah, that was a separate server where Tyler, an account associated with Tyler, was joking with his friends about, yeah, man, that really looks like me.
Anything you put in the internet
can
be manipulated and can be recorded and used against you in a court of law.
Were there any previous comments leading up to the fatal shooting that authorities are looking into?
Not that I know of. I know authorities have said they're looking into a lot of things, and I would guess there are other messages that they are scrutinizing, but I'm not aware of others in this particular Discord community.
And of course, as we talk about this Discord, the online chat, so many young people are familiar with, who are these people in the chat that he was communicating with? Were they friends? Were they also college students? Can you glean any information from that?
All I can say is that these were friends of Tyler who were interacting with him online. It's on Discord, which is a platform that's often used by gamers. Beyond that, I can't get into the details, though.
And will police be potentially looking into that information, trying to contact these individuals? How does that work with an online platform like Discord?
So we do know that Discord, the platform, has turned over this confession message to law enforcement. And so I would assume it's part of their investigation.
Is there anything else in terms of this reporting? Because like you mentioned, the digital footprint is so very important in a lot of these kind of crimes, especially in 2025. What other questions do you have on your mind about the suspect, Tyler Robinson, and this impact that the online world had on him?
I think the big question right now is motive, and authorities have said they are still investigating, even as they have some evidence that, this is a person who had criticized Kirk. And so, I think the big question is, are there other messages out there in this online trail that speak to the motive?
And you mentioned there were potentially 30 people involved in this. He was also involved in different groups. If someone isn't familiar with Discord, if they're not on that platform, they're not a gamer, kind of that sort of thing, how would you describe it to people?
It is sort of a bit like a social media platform, but it's sort of a closed group, often for you and your friends. So it's a bit more of like an intimate space, and there can be different sort of channels where you're communicating with your friends in that group.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you're talking about how you have looked through some of the details, obtaining some of these screenshots. This platform, Discord, obviously also relies on sometimes anonymity in terms of that. Can you speak to that at all? How clear are we that this was actually Tyler Robinson?
So we do feel confident based on our sources that this is very likely
You'll know by his
Tyler
IP number.
Robinson, and that is what a
The
member
IP number
of the
would
group
tell
told
them.
us. That's what a person familiar with Discord's communications with law enforcement told us. We have every indication at this point that it is.
Very good. Hannah, anything else that you'd like to add? This is obviously a very evolving story, very dynamic since it happened last Wednesday. Anything else that you can tell us?
I think, like everyone else, we're just waiting to see the charging documents. And I think a lot more is going to come out soon as authorities bring that case to court.
All right, very good. Hannah Knowles, thank you so much with the Washington Post. I appreciate you breaking it all down. Very interesting and complex story, but we appreciate you reporting here on Live Now.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you so much. All right, great details there here on Live Now from Fox about this new reporting on the platform Discord. The Washington Post is saying they have obtained this, and it appears to be a confession
Discord's
of Tyler Robinson in the fatal shooting there of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. So again, this is going to be
a lot more eyes on
social
Discord.
media from Hannah Knowles saying the suspect in Charlie Kirk's killing appears to have confessed to friends over Discord just hours before turning himself into authorities there in southern Utah and Washington, Utah. As the 22-year-old suspect in Kirk's killing appears to have confessed, saying, quote, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this."
Wow. That's wild. Let's go ahead and continue to more.
Following some breaking news as it relates to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We've been following it in depth here on Live Now from Fox. Take a look at your screen. The man accused of assassinating political activist Charlie Kirk has his first date in court this week. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson's motive remains unclear this morning, but as Fox News correspondent Doug Luzada reports from Washington, new details are emerging from the investigation.
Tyler Robinson's first court appearance is scheduled for tomorrow as Charlie Kirk's supporters and friends spent the weekend mourning his loss.
Filling the Kennedy Center in Washington, mourners held lights, sang, prayed, and remembered Charlie Kirk.
It's as if a dark shadow was cast over our country and certainly here, even on Capitol Hill.
And Speaker of the House Mike Johnson joined administration officials and others here. Just one of a series of vigils across the country.
I just wanted to come and honor his memory.
But still signs of division.
Look at this guy.
As one man trampled a memorial in Phoenix before being tackled and later arrested.
I'll be going on early Sunday morning. We're going to Arizona, taking some people with us on Air Force One.
President Trump yesterday on his way back to Washington said he would attend Kirk's funeral next weekend in Phoenix. He blamed increasing political violence on the left, just as investigators are trying to complete their picture of the man accused of gunning down Kirk, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson.
He has not confessed to authorities. He is not cooperating.
Utah's governor described a man who was immersed in an online world, with reports that he had a relationship with a man who was transitioning to a woman.
There are going to be multiple motives. Even for the most simplest of crimes, there's never one motive.
But motive may be a key question for so many struggling to understand what appears to be a senseless act. Now, at the moment, Tyler Robinson faces state charges, but the Department of Justice is also considering a federal prosecution. In either case, he could face the death penalty. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Listen, the firing squad.
Right, thank you so much for that detailed report. And as these new details are being revealed in the assassination of Charlie Kirk, take a look at your screen. The latest from Rapid Response 47 on this Monday. They put this out on X, formerly known as Twitter. The latest from FBI Director Kash Patel. He says, quote, "I can report today that the DNA from the towel that was wrapped around the firearm and the DNA on the screwdriver are positively processed for the suspect in custody." So a lot we are following as it relates to this developing story. We've been following it from the beginning right here on Live Now. I still
think there's people involved.
Now, many of you all might be wondering, okay, Jeanne, what's next as we look ahead to the latest of Charlie Kirk? Well, I'm glad you asked. I want to transition to take you out live to Glendale, Arizona. Looking ahead to Sunday, right here on Live Now from Fox, we will air the memorial service of Charlie Kirk. That will be live, raw, and uninterrupted. Again, taking place at State Farm Stadium there in Glendale, Arizona, giving you a live look there as we've hit the 10 o'clock hour here on Live Now from Fox.
Wow, they rented out the whole stadium. That's that's huge on a Sunday, right? And you know, football's on again, so football Sunday. I'm pretty sure Arizona is traveling. They're not playing in their stadium, I don't believe. I could check to see. Give me one sec. Let's see who they're playing. Let's move to the next week. Week 3. And let's see. Who are they playing? Ooh, they're playing San Francisco. And they're both 2-0. Arizona and the 49ers. And they're playing Sunday at 4:25 p.m. in San Francisco. So it is an away game. So that's cool. You know, it's a good game. So it should be a good game. I'll check it out. All right, let's see what else we got here. What else? What other news? Give me some more. Okay, I'll give you some more. I want more. You want more? I want more. I know I want more of Charlie Kirk. He's a big inspiration, man. And what a powerhouse. What a powerhouse. Gone way too soon, but I think his legacy has the feeling that people are feeling and the people that are being exposed is done on purpose. I think the energy of Charlie Kirk is already flowing in the atmosphere, in the ether, and it's exposing all of these individuals that are just showing themselves as the hate continues and them celebrating and all their videos and all their little tiki-takis and TikToks and all the craziness going on with them uploading videos and thinking that is all good to celebrate Charlie Kirk, you know, him dying. There's no, like, how I'm lost for words. And I'm so disgusted with the people celebrating. You know, it's like, would you be celebrating if Mother Teresa like died, or like the Pope died? Would you be celebrating? Would you be celebrating? You know, if Obama just died right now, would you be celebrating? You know, it's like if Trump dies, I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna freak the fuck and start dancing and putting it on TikTok and like that's how you know we have an issue in our country. And look how the whole world is responding to Charlie. This is not just us here in the United States. This is a worldwide effect. The whole, I even mention it, even if you watch that 10-hour show, you see what I say, that something the big is going to happen that's going to affect like the whole world. It is so true. And as soon as I said that and it happened, and it's like holy smokes, and now it's radiating all over. Look what's going on in UK, look what's going on in South Korea, this like look what's going on around the world. The uprise of the right and the people are sick of this non-law, like helpful governments that's only catering to the illegals that are entering their country illegally. It's enough is enough. And it's time to put your foot down and say no more. No more. That's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out here.
So good morning, everyone. On this Monday morning, we saw an outpouring of support from coast to coast over the weekend, north into Canada for the late Charlie Kirk, how people across the country now are paying tribute, as we say. Although somber weekend, we'll get to everything this coming week. We'll take it day by day. I'm Bill Hemmer. Dana's got the week off, and welcome to our coverage as we begin anew to our old friend.
Tough couple of days. Good morning to you. Good to see you. I'm Aisha Husney, and this is America's Newsroom. So it was a weekend of remembrance, Bill. Everybody from musicians to athletes and everyday Americans all mourning Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Charlie, 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 Charlie.
Look at this. Wow.
It's been hitting me harder in the last couple of days, and I just wanted to let Eric Kirk know that me and my family are sending prayers our way.
Nick, all over the world.
So now we know that Charlie Kirk's memorial service is set for Sunday in Arizona. President Trump will be there. It will be held in a football stadium where the Arizona Cardinals play. Capacity 78,000 possibly. Wow. This is Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, reacted to the assassination on Friday evening and then sent out a few of these photos from over the weekend. She vows to continue his legacy and make the movement even stronger than what he started.
Meanwhile, wow. Bill, we are still learning more about his suspected assassin. Officials are telling us that he is not cooperating with them, but his family and his friends are talking. And FBI Director Kash Patel gave us an update on this investigation this morning. Listen.
I can report today that the DNA hits from the towel that was wrapped around the firearm and the DNA on the screwdriver are positively processed for the suspect in custody. The suspect wrote a note saying, I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I'm going to take it. That note was written before the shooting. Evidence of its existence, we now have learned, existed before the shooting, was in the location in the suspect and partner's home. But we have since learned that the note, even though it has been destroyed, we have found forensic evidence of the note, and we have confirmed what that note says because of our aggressive interview posture at the FBI.
We're going to get into all of that with FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino. He's here with us this morning. But first, let's go to Garrett Tenney. He is in Spanish Fork, Utah. Good morning to you.
Aisha, good morning to you. Apart from that note that Director Patel mentioned, we have also learned that Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin also sent a text message to a different individual saying essentially the same thing, that he had an opportunity to take Charlie out and that he was going to do it because he hated what Charlie stood for. So this is part of the investigation now, looking into who knew what and when. And as part of that, we've learned the FBI is investigating left-wing groups in Utah to see if they knew about the accused killer's plans or provided him with any kind of help.
We're seeing who talked to who, not just in chat groups. We're seeing who texted who was around who. We're using our geofencing capabilities to map out exactly where individuals were. And then we're also getting into their personal cell phone information to say, were you calling so-and-so? Were you texting so-and-so? And we know the suspect was communicating with folks.
We're also getting a glimpse into the suspect's mindset during the days after the assassination. This new surveillance video obtained by TMZ shows the 22-year-old walking up to UVU's campus the morning of the shooting, just as about 4 hours before it happened, wearing a maroon shirt and light-colored shorts. We know he later changed into this outfit that the FBI released images of. After those images went out, we have learned that some of the suspect's friends in an online group chat were joking that he looked just like the man in those pictures. The New York Times reports that the suspect allegedly replied that his doppelganger was trying to, quote, get me in trouble. And when another friend joked that the group could turn him in for the reward, the suspect allegedly said, quote, only if I get a cut. Back here at the Utah County Jail, officials tell us the suspect is being held in a separate unit under special watch to make sure he doesn't hurt himself or others before his first court appearance tomorrow. We're told he will appear virtually and that ahead of that hearing, prosecutors will formally file charges against him. Aisha?
Okay, Garrett Tenney live for us. Garrett, thank you.
So Dan Bongino is the FBI Deputy Director. And sir, thank you for your time this morning. Important stuff here after a very heavy weekend. Thank you for being here. I want to go back to last week on the day that he was killed. Try and clear up a few things as best we can. Did anyone in that crowd aid or assist this assassination?
Well, that's what we're looking into now, Bill. Obviously, we have a suspect in custody. It's quite clear. It's why I'm here discussing this individual. However, if this was a larger effort, there was any aiding and abetting, whether it be financial, whether it be someone who knew the specifics of it and failed to report that. As you heard the director say this morning, we as an FBI, our team,
I feel like there's more involved.
Partners are looking into that. We have a lot of technical capabilities, a lot
I feel
of
like there's more
investigative
involved.
capabilities where we can scrub that entire network, whether it's OSINT, open source intel, through social media that people posted publicly. We'll be looking at that. We'll also be dropping a lot of paper, a lot of subpoenas out there to take a look to see if there was any extended network. But I want to be clear. There are things I can say, as you well know today, and things I can't. I don't want to get ahead or jeopardize the investigation. But when I can what I can share with you, Bill, I will. We are clinging to transparency here. This is the era of the, Cronkite and Jennings generation is over. New media now is media. And we want to be sure we can do everything in our power to share what we can, when we can, while still balancing the needs of the investigation.
Okay, I heard Kash Patel 90 minutes ago in our program. I want to get to a couple of things that he made news on. But first, I want to drill on this. Is there any connection at all between the person who was asking the question about mass shooters and trans killers, or was that just a stunning coincidence when that single shot was fired?
Well, we're investigating that. I don't want to say conclusively right now if there was a connection or not. Charlie was known to speak out about these issues. He was a powerful voice. It's not terribly uncommon for him to get questions like that. However, we are looking into that. Any potential connection here,
okay, so
we're going to scrub.
I'm not drawing conclusions from your answer, but you're saying it's a possibility. Is that what I hear you saying?
We're looking into everything, Bill. There's not going to be a stone left unturned if there was anyone involved who aided or abetted. I can't say that in strong enough terms. Every single FBI asset on this team is being applied and used in this investigation.
Okay, after he fired that single fatal shot, we've got the video of him jumping off the backside of the building. Where is the gun when he drops 15 feet down to the grass below?
Well, if you look at the video, the gun is you'll see in the back of the when you're watching the video right there, it appears from the video here that the gun is either in the backpack or on him. When he jumps down, this is where, by the way, this part of the video, this is where we got a significant portion of the forensic evidence in the case, which we had to expedite. We had a number of assets, including fixed wing assets, to be able to fly. If obviously Salt Lake and that specific area in Provo is not around the corner from FBI labs, it was difficult. But we were able, during that scene, him grabbing that particular side of the building and jumping down, we were able to gather a significant amount of forensic information, which we expedited back to the lab, which was the key, I think, piece of information that we were able to crack this thing open.
Okay. Just looking at that video, it's hard to see the weapon, and that's why the question is still obvious to me today. Kash Patel said earlier today that he expressed to someone that he had an opportunity to take out the killer and was going to do it. Did that person do anything with that information?
Yeah, that's what we're really disturbed about. It appears that this was communicated. You see this a lot, Bill, when in targeted violence cases, assassinations, school shootings, where the individual expresses in advance in a good swath of these cases his desire or her desire to do these specific things. That appears to be the case here as well, where the intent component was there in advance, and the target was announced in advance prior. Now, that's the part we want to know. Did they know and not say? Now, Bill, you have to keep in mind, and I don't want anyone to jump to conclusions on this. Did they say it, hear it, and think it was some kind of a joke? That's what we're trying to find out now. But I promise you, if there's a larger network here, we're going to get that out to the public as soon as we can. We really are.
Okay, the reason why this is really important to your investigation, understanding motive that I'll get to in a moment here, is that I believe that if I've got the dates right here, that event was announced 1 week before it happened. And we've got the reporting from over the weekend that said that the killer, the accused killer now, expressed views with his family at a dinner table. And I don't know what the timeline is between when that happened. Was it hours or was it days? I mean, clearly it had to be at least a couple days, if not less. And if he also expressed this opinion that he had an opportunity to take out Kirk and was going to do it, well, when was that message transmitted? From the point that Charlie was killed?
This is the troubling part of the investigation as I see it now. There appear to have been multiple warning signs. You just laid out some of them. There were people in his network, friends and family, who had stated that he had become more political, that he had become, at some parts, I believe some of his coworkers had stated that he had kind of detached himself when the topic of politics came up and walked away from them. Family members said he'd become more political, leading us to believe that this ideology had infected him and had taken over. And he was just intent, it appears, from the data we've accumulated and the channel and that note, which we have some evidence may have existed before based on the communications in that channel, that his target was obviously going to be Charlie and that people knew in advance. The question is, again, I just want to go back to what you had asked before. Did they know? Were they sure of this? Or did they hear this and just write it off? That's what we're going to have to find out. And that's what we're investigating now. Bill, this investigation is just begun. This isn't even the beginning of the beginning. You know, yes, we have a subject in custody. You know, everybody's innocent until proven guilty in our constitutional republic. However, this is not done by any stretch. Our men and women out there in the Bureau have worked tirelessly all week. And I just got back to D.C. Last night. And, Kash and I were out there on the scene. We walked the scene. We went through every single component of it. We saw the evidence up close and personal. And we went out there to be able to make command decisions with our team on the ground. And I think the process, although not perfect, of course, I think the process went pretty well considering we got him in 33 hours.
Okay, yeah, I respect the process here too. The governor, Cox, said he had a leftist ideology. I don't know what issues were important to him. Maybe you can share that with us today. And Kash Patel said, if I've got this right, he said, I'm looking at facts, not motive. What's the working theory now as to motive?
Well, I think it's pretty clear based on the statements of family members, friends, and some of the messaging we have on these digital footprints left behind, that he clearly had some obsession with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is obviously a conservative commentator. That's no secret to anyone out there. So while, again, I don't want to speak in advance and jeopardize the case in any way, I think it's fairly obvious to everyone out there, and there's no need to parse words with it, that clearly this was an ideologically motivated attack. I mean, Charlie Kirk is a conservative commentator who sadly and tragically gave his life, underneath a sign asking people to challenge his ideas, the very essence of our constitutional republican. Bill, if I may, I know it's a news show, but Charlie was my friend. Charlie wasn't my friend. Charlie was my good friend. And I spent the weekend, after coming back from Utah, looking through text exchanges going back years with Charlie.
Wow.
And it's kind of hard to believe he's not here. So, this has been hard for everyone. And I think it's fair and appropriate for every one of the taxpayers who finances your FBI to ask questions about everything. You know what? It wasn't perfect, but it should be. Next time, we'll try to make it more perfect. Mm-hmm. But I just ask everyone to keep in mind that both Cash and I, this was very emotional for us. We had to put that aside. We had a job to do. And when everything settled down and finally got a little bit of sleep last night, it hit me that, Charlie's not here anymore. And that was tough for everyone. So I'm not asking for anybody's forgiveness for missteps here and there. We got our guy in 33 hours. Everything, we're going to go look at everything when this is done. And next time when there's a crisis, what we can do well, we can do better, we can do better, we can do even better than that.
Yeah, Dan, I'm sorry for your loss. And I appreciate your work in the story and the investigation. It's important to America and the world to figure this out. And I hope we do in quick order, I will say. But thank you for coming on.
Thanks, bro.
And let's get it right.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, Dan.
Wow, we do need to get it right. And I mean, there's so many things going on that's just crazy to me about that case right now. It's just weird shit, It's just a lot of weird shit going on. Just like the energy I feel, it's just a lot of weirdness. I feel like it was a setup. I keep screaming it out loud because I feel like Charlie's screaming in my head saying it's a fucking setup. And he was set up. And he knows he was set up. And I hope they do get a lot of those people that are in the audience and arrest them, because something's just not right. Something's just not right. I don't know. Damn. Something's just not right. All right, let's watch another. Let's watch this one here. Give me 1 second. Let me set it up. And this is the body language guy.
So I just recorded a video shot by Life is Driving, who was Life is Driving on X, who was recording a live stream at Utah University the day that Charlie Kirk was shot. The video is 1 hour long. I just share with you some parts, and I told you that I was going to make a focus analysis on a section of the video, a clip of that video that is, let's say, disturbing. You see right here on your screen a guy who is dismounting a camera that was right behind Charlie when he was shot. And I'm going to ask you a question, because it's obvious, no, right? That at some point they had to, pack and leave, right? It's normal. But I'm going to ask you a question. Can you guess how much time passed since the moment that Charlie Kirk was shot to this instant in which they began basically taking the cameras away? The high resolution cameras that, recorded everything. Maybe you can, for the setting, you could say 1 hour. No, too much. Maybe you'd say 30 minutes after the fact. Still too much. Maybe 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes. No, you will still be missing the mark. How long was it? 5 minutes. I couldn't believe it myself. I had to check. From the moment the shot is heard and everybody starts running, I showed that on my previous video, to this moment in which these guys began taking away the cameras. 5 minutes. 5.
Oh my God.
I just wondering, how is that possible? How does that work?
Why is the scene not like
somebody was
off?
shot and there must be blood everywhere right there. There must be blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody saw what happened. And yes, the chair that he is standing on, that's the chair that Charlie Kirk was sitting when he was shot. So we haven't even seen this clip, and you already realize the level of evidence tampering, of crime scene tampering that we are witnessing here.
Oh my God.
I mean, how does this work? I think that anybody at TPE USA should have an answer for this. So the clip starts right here. Again, I always forget the name of the Life is Driving. Adam Bartholomew was recording this. He was walking around. He had let's say a unique opportunity of filming right next to this. This was essentially almost 4 minutes in, or 4 minutes after the fact, and he noticed. All right, there were already people had left, and you see that there was this. You can barely make out this high resolution camera in front of Charlie. I hope that we never get to see that footage, by the way. These are the speakers, which are not that big, and that would explain
captured
that
in film.
From 100 yards away, we couldn't hear what they were saying, much less from 200 yards away. I explained that on my previous video.
They have the crime in film.
You see that they are like kind of arguing. I think that they are nobodies, by the way. One of them seems really stressed, touching his head. I'm not going to say that they are complicit or anything. There's no way to know at this point. I think the FBI must have interrogated them at the same time. They were really concerned. And one of them begins pointing at the camera. Maybe they were, they had concerns about the content of it. They were sure that maybe the camera could have recorded something. They began, but at that moment, they are walking right in the middle of where Charlie was sitting. I'm going to play this.
There's the police right there.
We don't need the sound.
Why he's not protecting the area?
They were right there.
There was a cop right there.
I don't know. Couldn't they have been more careful? And you see that he's about to grab the chair, the only chair that was there. In fact, for the longest part of the video shot,
he's like contemplating the camera or not.
He keeps looking at the camera.
There.
Oh, he gets the chair, puts it upright. Yeah, the chair, Charlie's chair. He dismounts the camera.
Who are those two?
I need to see the camera. Okay, wait a second until the camera is tilted on the other way. So apologize. And he gets the camera. Some people say that he made sure to get the SD card from the camera, the memory of the camera away. Let's see. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Why is he taking out?
He opens something in the camera, or he's doing something to the camera.
Are you kidding me?
He looks at the other guy.
He's on the phone or something. The other guy.
He looks around.
He's like the lookout guy.
You see what's
he
happening
takes out
here?
the card. He got the card.
We don't know what he's doing.
Here it is.
And he's got something in his hands. And he goes away. Well, I didn't see him getting anything in his pocket. Let's see if he
handed
walks.
it off.
Well, he's got. Is this the same guy? I don't know if that's the same guy.
I think he handed it off. He must have handed
two different. This enters the other.
But he went back.
The
You
other
see right
guy,
there.
Maybe he
could have gave it to him
the memory card
and walked, and he started running
or whatever he got from
at
that
the end,
camera.
like he started running.
And then, well, the one who is filming is asked to leave the scene because, yeah, it's a crime scene. This happened 5 minutes ago. And why would you be dismantling all this stuff?
Camera.
Again, so many things. Many things that we don't understand. Oh, by the way, I want to make it clear. You know that we have like confirmed information as we go along. I said on one of my videos, on a couple of my videos, that Charlie had this bulletproof vest. It has already been confirmed by authorities. No, he was not wearing any bulletproof vest. He had just his shirt. That's it. So basically, the bullet did not ricochet off any vest because there was no vest. So literally, he was leaning back and the bullet entered his neck. Now, my question was, I don't want to be like gruesome, but at the same time, I was wondering, why is there no blood spatter on the back? If it's all white, we should see something, anything, because, well, it's a bullet from a rifle, and my neck is mostly soft tissue.
I don't think
and
see so much with
there
this
must
camera.
be some kind of exit wound.
They might be blood.
My theory is that the bullet entered and hit some vertebrae or even sever the spinal cord, and by hitting the bone, it lost a lot of velocity. I don't know if I could see that there was some kind of blood. It's very hard to see on the footage that everybody has saw by this point. Blood at the back of Charlie's head.
That's the picture that they would take.
We are waiting for tomorrow's FBI press conference. I think that they're gonna give some more details about this. But maybe the bullet did not go out because it hit the bone. Maybe it severed the spinal cord. One thing is for certain, Charlie was unconscious instantly. I mean, I doubt that he felt anything. I think that it was so instant that he was unconscious even before hitting the ground.
Yeah, he died.
So at least that is a good thing.
Dead.
But one of the reasons why we don't hear of any exit wound or didn't see any blood spatter could have been because of that. So now we know that we have confirmed today that no, there was no shooter on his right side, which is one of the most common conspiracy theories are out there. Yes, it was a rifle right through his neck. And the only way that I think that the bullet must have been kind of stopped was his vertebrae. But this is something that I don't understand. How can you just begin? Hey, yeah, let's just be dismounting this, especially the one at the back, because I could understand.
I don't think they're part of the
crew. I could understand that you said, okay, this one, you can imagine what this camera caught.
Yes.
And some people on the internet saying that footage should be released. And I say, no. We have seen enough.
Yes.
We have seen enough. We don't need to see that footage. I hope, by the way, that footage is destroyed. Maybe it's handed over to authorities and they
lock it away.
Deal with whatever they need to deal with that. And ultimately, we don't get to see it. I think we have seen enough.
They lock it away.
But I don't know. This
Trump
was
is the only
so
one
strange.
That video.
I understand maybe these guys are just regular workers. They didn't know what they were doing, but I found it really strange. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Bar Language Guy. Much love and bliss.
Yeah, you guys should subscribe to him. He's a really cool dude, and he's been working his ass off. And man, I'm just, you know, I know there was funny stuff going on. I knew there was funny stuff going on even before. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you have someone tampering with the camera and then taking the SD card. Are you gotta be kidding me? And then it looked so suspicious too. It looked so like you could tell like they were doing something they weren't supposed to do. You could tell they were hesitating. Like, let me see if we have it here again. Give me one sec. Let me see if I can put it back here. Give me one sec to pause it. Let me lower the volume here, and then let me dictate here. Let me make myself a little smaller. Okay. Now I'm just gonna like forward this, and we're gonna give me a second to get it going. Let me see where is like I want to see where he starts playing. Okay, here it is. Okay, like right here. Let me move it a little bit more back. All right. My issue is okay. Beforehand, like, do you see those individuals anywhere before? Like, no, and they're just okay. So they just captured the video. I don't know how long they were standing there. He said 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes since the shot. So I'm gonna play it from here. And then look, he's looking up. Then he's talking to this guy here, and they're like, I don't know what communicating they're there. Like, it just looks a little weird. Let's just look. That camera right there is gonna say so much. Oh my god, that camera caught everything. Caught everything. There's cameras that actually caught the bullet. That you see the bullet and you see the bullet entering his neck. It's just, oh my god. Uh oh. But these two right here, what the fuck these two are doing? You see, like he's rubbing his head. He's like, and then this one's like looking back. The one with the glasses, he's like looking around, scoping around, and this one's just scratching his head, like he doesn't know if they should do that or not. They're contemplating right here, so they're like in discussion right here. This guy, police, and look, he points up to the camera. This one here, he's like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing here, and then this one over here points up to the camera. Okay, so first of all, why they're in a crime scene, you know, where there's blood, there's probably brain matter, not brain matter, but like blood from the neck, like maybe like who knows what's splattered, like where's the bullet, right? That's the next question. Where is the bullet? But you see, the camera's like looking around. These guys are still contemplating. Like the guy standing back there. You see, now at this point, he's standing over here. Is this guy like a lookout guy? Is he playing the lookout? Like, and then this one is doing the dirty deeds. And the fact they used the fucking chair that Charlie was sitting on to climb up and grab that camera. Look at this shit. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Look at this. Look. He was on his phone for a second, and then he's like contemplating. That's all he's doing right there is contemplating. You see, he's looking around. He's trying to make sure there's nobody like really looking at him. And then he does, like, you see how he looks around? You see how his head moved around? And then, like, he grabs the chair where Charlie was sitting on. He stands on it. He grabs the camera. He's like trying to dismount the camera. This guy's just looking around. There's a lot of weird shit going on, man. And then here he is. He grabs the camera. He has the camera in hand. And then he comes over on the table and starts going through, opens up the camera and takes out the SD card. He took out the card. He takes out the card. He looks back. He's like, and then he's trying to tell him, look, like, hurry up or something. He says something. Hold on. If you move back a little bit, and this is what we like to do here, slow motion, right? So let's go slow motion on this one. Okay, so let's click it back a little bit and let's go for it. And let's look at this in slow motion, frame by frame. Pay attention to the one on the left and pay attention to the one on the right. Now, why did he take down the camera? Why is he going through the camera? This guy needs to be put in jail. This guy is tampering with evidence. This one and the accomplice, like, there's an accomplice. These two are in cahoots. What they're doing. This is why I said I feel like this is a setup. That's why Charlie was screaming. If you watch what I said that day on the 10th, like on that day that I did the 10-hour video, like you're gonna see like how I was talking and how I was saying it was a setup. It was a setup. Something's not right. It was a setup. And look at this guy. He looks back, right? He's about to take out the SD card. You see how he looks back at the one over here? Now look, he's going with the arm, like, hurry up, like something with his arm. You see? Like he's like, he did something like this, and then the other guy, you see how he looked around? You see how this one looked around? Like, let me put it back a little bit. Let me push it back a little bit. Here we go, watch. Look at his head. All right? Look, pay attention to his head. Right now, look, he's looking back, but look, is someone like doing something wrong? Would you look like this? This looks suspicious. Look. You see how he looks? And then look how he looks around. Checking to see if anybody's like looking. Like, what is he looking around for? And look how he looks. Look how like he's trying to get it quick. So you see the tense on the muscles. You see on here, this guy, something's up here. And then this guy on the phone, he's on a cell phone. Like, what's going on here? And then why is she standing there? Like, this is the crime scene. Nobody should be here. Why is this person here? Like, all these people need to be investigated. Like, are the FBI and talking to these three right here? Especially this one right here and this one right here. This one right here, super guilty. This one right here is also super guilty. These two should be in prison very soon. They're gonna be arrested. I want to know who the fuck they are. Something says in my head, something just told me to say this. He says that this is internal. This is a setup, internal setup. Remember, I kept saying it reminds me of JFK, you know, and you wonder what happened to JFK. This is some setup like JFK, and I think the government has a lot to do with this one too. Just like the fucking one from like the shooting up, the one they shot up Trump, like in Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's all starting to in my like it's matching up. Like this is an internal. This is something like It was like I keep hearing in my head really loud. It's a setup. It was a setup. It was a setup. Look, like I'm gonna keep playing it. This just does not even look right. Look at this. He's fiddling with it. He's trying to get the card. The other guy's looking back. If you see right here, he's looking back. He's checking he's looking at his like to make sure nobody's looking at him. But they're not realizing there's a camera that's actually recording them and recording on what they're doing. Look, he gets the card. He puts the camera down. He looks at the camera. He looks at this, and he looks real quick back. He has the card in his hand. He looks down to make sure he secures it, and watch him walk quick to the back. And this is, I have it very slow. I have it at 0.25 slowness. Now look at this. Look how quick he's moving. He moves. I think he hands off. You see how he goes sideways? I think he hands it off to let's call him I don't know. It's the second guy, right? Like he comes backwards. If you see, okay, right here. This is the guy that was standing around here. Okay. He made his way over here. The other guy came over here and he real quick came on this side. He came back and this guy handed off the chip to this guy. And then you see him come up to here. And when he walks up to here, he starts running. He starts sprinting from this area right here. There needs to be footage of this area at this time where this was happening 5 minutes after. I'm sure they have security cameras that could follow this. I hope the FBI is watching and watching the body language guy, Jesus Enrique Rosas. But look at this. Watch real quick. This guy is gonna pop back into the shade area here, and the handoff is gonna take place. Okay, I want to know who is this person, because this is a witness right here. Look, he goes back, he grabs something, like the handoff happens. You see how he moves quick, and he has the phone in his pocket, like, and he has the chip. He has the chip, and then he puts a hat on. Okay, you see he tucks something away, and then he puts his hat on, and then he starts running. Like you see him, like you see, it's like right. I don't know if he starts running or not. To me, it looked like he started running. Okay, because I could play in full speed and then you see it. Because I have it in slow mo. So slow mo, he's moving pretty fast for slow mo. Like for being slow motion, this is a very fast movement. Okay. And now I'm gonna play that same scene. We're gonna play it quick, so you can see how quick it happens. I'm gonna play in normal speed. So let's go ahead and go back to normal. And let's go ahead and watch. Look, he goes back, gets the thing, puts it away, and now he puts a hat on, and then like he moves fast. So I don't know if he starts running, but he moves fast. You see, this is like he came forward, like the other one like went back. He went back, hand off to him. He puts in his hat or something. He puts the hat on, and then he leaves quick. They need to investigate all these people right here. That fat person that was standing on that ledge right there needs to be investigated. Like I said, prove me wrong. Like just like fucking Charlie, prove me wrong. But like I'm just looking at this guy right here. Took a camera down, took a SD card out. These two are in cahoots. Okay, these two are in cahoots. They're of course they're committing the crime. This is a crime. Tampering evidence is a crime. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. Wow, Charlie's like, I'll set up. Like, sorry, like he sees all this. He saw how he died. Okay? Like you see how you die. When you die, like you see everything. You see all like the evidence and so forth. That looks like you can't see the blood. You can't really see blood. So I don't know, like where's the hole of the bullet? The bullet passed through. Where's the bullet to begin with? Second thing, why is the chair that Charlie was on? Why did he use to stand on that and grab the camera, touch that chair? You wouldn't like nobody should even be in that area. And the fact these two got there and like this is what I mean by the setup. Okay, Charlie told me this. Believe it or not, go back and fucking watch my show. Watch that 10-hour and you see the end of the show. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, go to the end of the first half. Like you'll see the false ending that I have the first ending and listen to what I said at that ending, and then you can skip through the music and stuff. And then at the end of that, when I cap the show off, I come back on and I'm like, breaking news, and then I'm startled. My heart is racing. I knew something. I felt something. Like I felt he died. I felt how like it's just something that it's just I'm very empathic. Okay, like I'm very sensitive. I feel things. I know things. It's just is, I live with it. It's a gift that I have, and it's just within me. And I felt something like was telling me it was a setup. It was a setup. Like I knew it was Charlie saying it because like I'm very close. Like when people die, I feel their energy, and people will probably think I'm crazy and whatever. It's your opinion. Like everyone has an ass, right? Okay, so that's how I treat people's opinions like shit because everybody shits, right? So, but I felt something, and something kept telling me, that dead, he's dead. And I kept saying it. I don't know, like it was a trance or what, but I kept saying it, like he's dead. Like I feel the energy, like he's dead. Like it's like I'm dead. Like it was a setup. I was set up. Like literally, it screamed setup. And I feel like the ones that are doing those baseball moves, like they have something to do with it. The one that did the hat thing and did this, like that's a and then did this. That's a like you're clear to clear to shoot. Like he went like this and did the ear with the guy with the scope. You're looking like this, okay? So you could see the person that's doing this and this. You could see them in that scope. You see them perfect, and all you gotta do is move it a little bit, and then you got the other one going like this, meaning take the shot, and that's when you hear the boom. And Charlie's not with us. I feel like this is a setup. I just screams it. We're just seeing proof right now of tampering, evidence tampering by two suspicious people. Very suspicious. One with a phone in his hand and looking around and like look. Let's go ahead and make me small. Look, let's go ahead and play this. Like look at these two right here. Like, what is going on here? Why do that like that going for the chip? Why he's going for the card? Why he's going for the SD card? That's like my biggest issue. I hope they don't release that camera like he was saying. But look at this. You see how they went up? he went up to grab that camera using Charlie's chair that he was sitting on during that event. That camera catches everything. That camera right there caught everything. Caught the bullet, caught Charlie. But let's go back to these two individuals back again. Let me rewind this, because I think this is like this is really big. You don't understand. I knew something, like there was something set up. Like Charlie kept telling me, I'm feeling exhausted. Like I feel exhausted. Like no one that was feeling all that pain in my neck. Maybe I was Charlie feeling fucking all that pain and giving it to me, because I'd be feeling their fucking pain and shit. I'd be feeling people's pains too. So it's like I'm very sensitive to energy. And why is this guy standing on Charlie's chair removing this camera? Why is this guy back here on the phone? Why is he texting? Who is he texting? Who is this guy? Like, this is what screams out setup. Are they agents? Are these FBI agents? Are these agents? Cash Patel has not even spoken about this. Bangino has not spoken about this. Oh my god. This is really bad. Are these agents? Who are these guys? Why have they not spoken about these individuals and have them questioned and have them detained for tampering with evidence? Oh my. I'm disgusted. It makes me sick. That makes me sick. Charlie's like, I was set up. I was fucking set up. Like, I could hear him say, I had no chance. I had no chance. Something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. Like, especially like what we saw the other day with the guys on the side doing that little hat thing, like I told you, the little hat movement, like, and did one of this, like did this. Who flicks their hat and does this? Like, that's a sign. That is a sign. And then go like this with his ear. Like, you're clear. Like, you could take the shot. Like, you're clear. And then the other guy next to him does one of these. It's like, take the shot. And that's where you hear poof. Right after he did the arm thing, that was like the clear to take the shot. He took the shot. I mean, what could be like the worst punishment you could give someone without killing them? Right? Because the death penalty, I think, is I don't want them to die. Charlie doesn't want him to die. That's why I'm hearing, like, I'm just channeling Charlie. This is a psychic. I am a psychic medium. That's what I do. I've been doing the news because I do the news because I don't got much of an audience. So, like, I don't tap in much to what I'm capable of. But right now, we could do that. I keep hearing setup. I was set up. I was set up. He was, after seeing everything, he's very suspicious of certain people that were there. But he doesn't regret not, like, showing up. He says I've always been a man of my word. He was going to show up no matter what. Like, I hear him say, like, my message is loud and clear. I did what I had to do. I exposed them for who they are. It's like I hear him say, how many times does this type of violence has to happen? You know? He's like, it's so weird because he's like, well, you just saw the answer. And the answer was him getting shot. And to answer that question about the trans shooter, like the shootings, yes, I think the trans should be a terrorist watch list. I believe the LGBTQ, LMLPQRXYZ to the 10 million billion power. Like, I don't know where they're at with their pronouns, but that group should be under a terrorist watch list. There's a few of them that need to be in that terror watch list, and the Democrats and the Soros. Enough of the bullshit with what they've been doing in Washington lately. I feel like Charlie's speaking right through me because this is like strong energy. He's like the cowards to be in Washington, the Democrat cowards that they are. They need to get the fuck out of Washington because I tell you right now, it's coming, and it's coming for the Democrats. Judgment Day for the Democrat Party, where they're going to be exposed, and they're going to be exposed for all the crimes that they have committed in the past, like JFK and now Charlie. Like, that's crazy. That's wild. And I feel it in my heart. Like, I feel it like strong in my heart. And the fact Soros, that came up. So Soros, they're gonna go after Soros. They're gonna go after the son. They're gonna figure out what was that guy in that video? Who was he? Like, this guy right here. Like, who is he texting? Who is he like communicating with? This guy right here, right? So we're gonna play this again, and we're gonna do it. Let's do it slow mo. Let's go slow mo again. But we're gonna go semi slow mo. Semi slow mo is 0.5. So let's go ahead and check this out in a semi slow mo. Now I want you to pay attention to this guy. Okay, you know what this guy is doing already, right? Okay, we know what he's doing, and we could go back and rewatch it, and you can see this guy. But I want us to pay attention to this one right here. This dude right here. Let's pay attention to him. Okay, let's go. Semi slow mo. Let's watch this. This is crazy, man. Let me make it big so you guys can see it much better. Now look at this here. Okay, it's moving along. Right, I had to go back, so we are in a slow mo. Let me see if I can move it up. Okay, I believe it starts moving around here. Let's move it. Okay, here. So here we go. So let's watch this semi slow mo. Pay attention to the guy with the white shirt. Okay, this one looks like a gray shirt, but let's watch. This was 5 minutes after Charlie has been shot. 5 minutes has passed. I want to know who this guy is. All these people, this is a police officer right here, or some kind of officer. You see, he has a gun. You see the gun? I saw his badge. You see his gun, and he just walks this way. Why is he not securing the crime scene? Who is this guy? Right? But I want you to pay attention to the guy with the white shirt back here. All right? Pay attention to this guy. Here we go. See, he puts the phone in his pocket. Now they're having some kind of like discussion. It looks like aggressive because he put his hands on him. Okay? Like, what normal conversation do you put your hands on someone? Okay? So that's already aggressive movement right here. Now go ahead and move it forward. It's playing. So we're in semi slow-mo. So let's watch. Once he plays it, you'll see it. Like, what is this police officer doing? What's this guy doing? You know, what is he doing here? This is what, like, questions that I it's just, what the fuck's going on in this scene? Who are these people here? You know, why are they still there after 5 minutes after the guy got shot? Right? Who is this guy standing here? Okay, let's go ahead and move it. You see, he has his hand over here, and he's trying to put his phone, I guess, in his pocket or something. All right, I'm letting it play. So it's paused. The video is paused, but that camera right there is gonna say, it's gonna show everything. Yep, that one right there. So when he unpauses it, look at these two. Look at the body language. Okay, let me see. It's going a little bit too slow. Come on. I want to see those two idiots. It should be coming up now. Here we go. He's going to play it now. Now watch. Watch these two. Look at the one with the white shirt. Right? Look at the one with the white shirt. He's like contemplating. He's thinking. He put his hands on his forehead and on his head. Like, and then this guy's looking around. This one's contemplating. Looks like he's really contemplating. The other guy's the lookout. You see him? The one with the glasses? You see how he's looking around? These two are some kind of agents. I don't know who they are. They need to be investigated. You see how he put his arm over his mouth? He has his hands crossed. He's passing messages over to the other guy, so the other guy could only hear. And pointing at the camera now, knowing that the camera's there, he points up to the camera. And the other guy's putting his hand over his head, thinking about everything. Thinking about the decision that he's making right now. The crime that they're committing right now. You see, this guy with the gray is looking around. He's really looking around at the whole area. But keep your eyes on the white shirt. Look how he looks down. He's like probably looking at the blood. He's probably looking at the blood on the ground. He's looking down. Look at this one. He's looking so suspicious. Very suspicious. I'm telling you, this is a fucking setup. He keeps telling me in my head, man. My head is hurting. Like, this is a setup. Look, you see? Like, he was looking down. Now the camera pans away. that's another police officer right there. Why 5 minutes later, why is he like, this is an older guy. It looks like an older guy, but and he has like a walkie-talkie in his hand and probably a gun on this hand. But why is he standing here and why is he not securing the crime scene? You know what I mean? Why is his back turned away from the crime scene? All right, let's go ahead and like look at him walking. Look at him walking. Like, who is this guy? Why is he not securing the crime scene? All right, and he looks like an older. He's like in his 40s, maybe in his early 50s. And now look back down and look these two. Look at these two now. Look at this one with the shirt here. Like, look at him looking around to this side. This guy is going for the camera. I don't know who's that guy that's just passed by. I don't know who's that on the cell phone here. Like, why are there people walking around this crime scene? I don't get it. But look at the guy with the white shirt again. Who's this guy with the blue? Like, shouldn't even be walking that area. But look at the white. You see how the white moved to the back here? There's a lot of people standing back here. Who are these people? Very suspicious, man. See, this one's contemplating. You see how he keeps looking around? He's looking around to see if anybody's looking at him. He's not realizing there's a fucking camera pointing right at them. I don't know what these two are up to right here. Like, they should be questioned too. You know, they keep walking back and forth there. But look at this guy. He gets Charlie's seat. He brings it under where the camera is very suspiciously. Why is he on the phone? He's on the cell phone. Okay. He's looking at the blood, like, all over this area. Has blood all over. He's the lookout guy. He's looking around. He's probably communicating with other people. Now he's gonna, like, he hung up with someone. Or he's talking to them on speaker. Who is this guy here? Is he the one on the phone talking to the other guy? That's why he has the phone in his head. He's just making sure nobody's looking. Is this guy a lookout guy? Is he a lookout guy that's communicating with the other guy? The camera's gone. There's the camera. And then he goes to the table because there's a table here on the other side. And this is where he puts the camera on. This guy, look at the white here. Very suspicious, man. Now he's doing the dirty deeds. Whoever this guy is doing the dirty deeds. They need to question all these people. I don't know if the FBI is doing it at the moment. Like, but look how he opens the camera. He takes out the disc. Like, he looks back, making sure, you know, everything's a go. He's put his hands up. You see how he put his hands up aggressively? Like, he's telling them, like, hurry the fuck up. Like, hurry up. You see? Like, look at the arm. It's up. And you see, like, it looks like invisible. Like, it kind of looks invisible because that's the speed. He's moving his arm. So he's moving his arm like that. So it's like, hurry up. Like, hurry, like doing one of these, like hurry up type of thing. Like, and then the way he's moving so fast that the camera is doing like is catching it, like the frame rate is catching it. And then now let's go back. But you see this guy right here, like this is very suspicious. Why is he aggressively telling him something, and he's like rushing him to do it, to get it. You see? And now he's looking around. He's looking around. The one over here, you see how he's looking around? Now he's taking the SD card out. He's taking the SD card out. He's like, hurry up. He wants him to hurry up. You see, so he walks off. He walks off. And then this one here, he's fiddling with the SD card, and then he gets it. He gets it, and now he walks away. You see how he puts it? Like he puts it like in a case or something? Like he's putting it in a case. And then he's walking to the back. You see, now he's walking to the back. But the guy with the white shirt is the one that you see coming up right now. This one that's back here, this guy right here, this is the guy with the white shirt, right? He's the one with the white shirt. So why did he go backwards, retrieve whatever, maybe the SD card, and then why did he suspiciously put on a hat? He puts on a hat right here, and then he goes pretty quick out of the area. Why would he leave really quick out of that area? Look at this. Now you're going to see him walk back. There he goes. Now, you see he walks back. He gets whatever. He gets the disc. He puts it in his pocket. And then he puts his hat. He gets a hat. And he puts a hat on. And then he walks away, which he was in conversation with this guy. How come this guy didn't leave with him? Something suspicious is going on right here, man. This person right here, this fat dude, whoever is a dude or a chick, whoever it is, saw the whole thing. So they have a vision of what happened right here. There is a witness. This person right here is a big time witness to, and the FBI got work to do, man. They got work. This is very suspicious. You see how he goes like, this guy comes. You see how it's like he sneaks off this way, the one with the white shirt. This one comes back. You see how they go boop, boop. And then this one goes back. Hands reach out. They give him the disc. He gets it, puts it in his pocket. He puts his hat on and walks away. And then he walks with like speed, leaving the area. I'm sorry, Charlie. You were set up, brother. Charlie was set up. They killed Charlie. Damn, that's crazy. All right, let's check this out over here. Freaking Charlie, man.
Welcome to the 5. That was President Trump in the Oval Office signing a memo on sending the National Guard and other federal resources to crack down on crime in Memphis. He also spoke about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. He said the suspected killer was radicalized online. Officials say Tyler Robinson is not cooperating, but his family and friends are. FBI Director Kash Patel and Deputy Dan Bongino giving an update on the investigation.
We were able to gather a significant amount of forensic information, which we expedited back to the lab, which was the key, I think, piece of information that we were able to crack this thing open.
His family has collectively told investigators that he subscribed to left-wing ideology. He claimed that he had an opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and he was going to do it because of his hatred for what Charlie stood for.
We can confirm that that his roommate was indeed a boyfriend who is transitioning from male to female. He is cooperating with authorities as well.
Kaylee, a big question becomes, as we were just chatting about a moment ago, when did he become deeply indoctrinated with this leftist ideology, and how
did he become indoctrinated?
That's the key question. I mean, from what I read with CNN's reporting, he had a 4.0 GPA, he had a scholarship, he had a family that was close to him, and then something snapped, and we need to figure out exactly what that is. But I can tell you, as I've watched these images over the last few days, Erica Kirk, her beautiful and moving speech, and then learning about this killer, this assassin, it occurred to me, Charlie Kirk said once that there is a spiritual battle playing out all around us, and you can choose to acknowledge it, or you can choose to ignore it, but it is happening nevertheless. And you see that, what you're looking at now, this, supposed assassin, it's the face of evil. This is a guy who wrote a handwritten note that he was going to take Charlie Kirk out. He kills Charlie Kirk, a father, a husband, and then he goes on Discord and jokes about his doppelganger doing it. Who jokes after you've literally slaughtered a man? And that's the darkness. But then there's also a lot of light, and we get very caught up at the people celebrating this, and I'd like to believe they're the few voices, but there's a lot of light out there too. And I'll just end with this. There's several accounts I've seen, amazing accounts of young people. This guy, big athlete, says, I'm not an emotional guy, I don't cry. But when I watch Charlie Kirk's videos, every time he talks about God, I start to cry. Another young woman said for the first time she opened a Bible. Her in-laws had been encouraging her to do it. She never wanted to open it. And she read a scripture about the truth and the truth setting her free. These stories are huge. They are out there. There is a wave of young people in this country turning toward the light. Erica Kirk is picking up the mantle. She's carrying it forward. And that light will always beat the darkness you were just looking at.
Jesse, the FBI investigation, a lot has been made aware to the public as this is ongoing, but they've widened the probe now, as we heard through Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. They've widened this probe to some of these pro-trans groups, these online groups. And a big question, too, will become, did they know that he was going to be taking this action? Did they know in advance?
Right. So we all figured there was going to be a trans angle. So the guy was dating a trans man, whatever that means. And was this killing a romantic overture to impress this trans boyfriend? We don't know what was the motivation, but we do know that most of these trans shooters are lone wolf, mentally ill savages. This is not the case here. There might have been co-conspirators. There might have been people with foreknowledge of the attack. Did he have a cell, a little cadre of crazy people that knew this was going to happen and gave him aid and comfort? I think the investigation will show that. And this is where it's different, because a lot of these people are highly intelligent. They're highly motivated. They're well organized, and they're steeped in this progressive ideology. Luigi, Crooks, Ruth, this guy, the guy who shot Scalise, all smart people that were very, very specific about their intent, and they murdered someone in cold blood. You look at these people at these protests, they're torching cars. You look at the people at the riots, they're getting brick deliveries. They put bombs on Fox News trucks out west. These are people that are not flying off the handle. This is very well organized, and you want to say, okay, well, let's just come together. Well, how do you come together with someone like that? If they're hell-bent on murder, if they've chosen violence as a strategy to advance a political agenda. Charlie came together with him every time he went on campus, and they shot him dead in the neck. He tried to build bridges. He tried to have a dialogue, and they murdered him in cold blood. So that's where the left doesn't really understand what's been done, because if you're going to kill Charlie, you can kill anybody. This guy was not just a political activist. He was a spiritual leader of a movement. He talked about God, family, love, sovereignty, not just politics. So this was a spiritual attack, and people will be dealt with. There will be a reckoning, not violence. We don't condone violence. We would never stoop to this level, but we will drive these people out firmly and resolutely. So this kind of stuff will not exist in the United States of America ever again.
Jessica, we're learning brand new details through the Washington Post this evening. The Washington Post is reporting through two people familiar with the Discord chat that we have started to learn some details of. They're reporting that the suspect in Charlie Kirk's shooting did post to Discord, "It was me." an outright confession for what he did, saying, quote, "I'm sorry for all of this."
And that he was going to be turning himself in a couple of hours, which we know to be the case. And I'm glad, Jesse, that you were clear that this was a nonviolent call to action that you're talking about. But there are a lot of people saying things like we are at war, and war has a very particular violent connotation to it. And from what we know thus far, and it's an ongoing investigation that it seems deeply complicated, but everybody from the president to Governor Cox to FBI Director Patel all seem to agree that he was radicalized online and seems to be part of this kind of internet nihilist group of kids, right, who spend all their times in Discord chats, that play video games. And that makes sense because of what we saw in the bullet casings, right? The furry meme, which is old, by the way. I was reading about it. It's over 10 years old. So, you know, he's grown up on this, been seeing it for a long time. The Helldivers 2, the game, then the Ciao Bella, which has been used by both the left and the right, this anti-fascist call to action. If there is evidence that he was a leftist, and Cash talked this morning about this note that doesn't exist anymore, but through our aggressive interview posture, we know exactly what it said. They're going to have to do better than that for people to take it from the president and people who are supporting him in this, that this is a they problem, that the left came out and they took out Charlie Kirk. Now, it may absolutely be the case, but we know that Tyler Robinson was raised in a close-knit conservative family. We know it was a big gun culture family. The grandma said something like, we don't even know any liberals. It wasn't school indoctrination. Carrie Lake went off on that. He was in an online apprenticeship program at Dixie Technical College, which I don't think was changed.
I would just note
I
the
understand,
family
but
said
they
he
didn't say
changed.
when he changed. I'm just saying we
They
need
said
more
he articulated
information
his
before
hate
you
for Charlie
smear.
Kirk at a dinner.
Click here to subscribe to the
That's
Fox News.
so wild. So wild. Let's take a look at this here.
Do social media companies bear any responsibility for that? And how does that?
I'm going to have to ask, I don't know, I'd ask Pam that question. I don't know if you or Todd could give an answer to that. Somebody has to bear some responsibility.
You know, and President Trump, I've always told parents, you got to watch what your kids are doing on the internet, what they're doing online, what they're listening to, what they're reading. They're all online. They're all on their phones all the time. Parents have got to monitor that because this starts when you're young. This starts when you're young, when you listen to these groups, when you watch these shows. And parents have got to just be vigilant. So sure, that's part of it. And they're meeting kids online who they think are kids, and they can be anywhere in the world and talking to them. And yeah, they are being radicalized.
Mr. President. He went bad, and he just went bad very quickly in a sense, because he sort of led a very normal life, a life of, great education, schools, everything else. But somewhere along the line, something happened.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here.
Yeah, it's a lot of craziness that's came out of it. Let's check this out here.
Department of Homeland Security now pushing back on criticism of an arrest that turned deadly in Chicago on Friday. Authorities saying that a suspect was shot and killed while trying to flee a traffic stop, striking and dragging an agent down the street in the process. The follow-up, Broadview, Illinois. Alexis McAdams is there with more. Hello.
Bill, good morning. Well, they did have some protests here at that ICE facility, right behind me in Broadview, which is in Cook County, just outside Chicago. The ICE agent has been released from the hospital, but was badly injured, according to sources. Why? Because they say he was dragged by the front bumper of this suspect's car, a suspect who ICE says should have never been in this country in the first place and was driving around with a bad system and a record here. So this comes as it just happened just west of Chicago on Friday. DHS tells us a team of ICE officers were doing what they say is targeted law enforcement activity. They were trying to pull over this man. Let's pull up his picture. This is Silverio Villegas Gonzalez. He was driving around here just outside of Chicago, and investigators tell us the Mexican national has a history of reckless driving. But when they tried to stop him, ICE says he refused to get out of the car, and he barely pulled over on the side, instead quickly driving off. You can see it there. The suspect's car is then wedged into the side of this truck. It was blocking traffic on Friday afternoon. The crash happened after ICE says he hit their agent, who was then afraid for his life. So the agent pulled out a gun and shot and killed the suspect, according to the agency. Democratic lawmakers didn't want ICE here in the first place in the sanctuary city. They now want an investigation, saying something just doesn't add up.
The department that is responsible for protecting the people from foreign terror has become the Department of State terror. They're unconstitutional. They're
That shit does not make any
unaccountable.
sense.
A community member was killed by ICE
in a reckless federal operation. The death was not an accident. It was state violence.
State violence.
All right, so
That
ICE
makes
says
no
that's not the case.
sense.
They say this was an incident of attempted murder on one of their officers. Protesters, though, are going to call for accountability out here. They want ICE out of the Windy City. Back out here live, ICE says their operation, though, in Chicago, for the people watching around this city, is far from over. Just the other day, Bill, they said they arrested an MS-13 gang member who was in the country illegally, who was wanted on murder charges, just walking around here outside of the Windy City.
Got it. Leslie McAdams back home in the state of Illinois, land of Lincoln. Right. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily
Crazy.
Campagno.
I mean, the world is just going like totally weird. Let's keep going.
But keep it in New York. After months of delay, New York Governor Kathy Hochul caving to her far-left base and endorsing socialist Zohran Mamdani for the New York City mayor. Moments ago, President Trump reacting, calling her support for the quote communist a bad move. And our next guest agrees as she faces a growing push to challenge Hochul for governor. New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik joins us now. And Congresswoman, you did not waste much time going after her decision to do it. Why?
Well, Kathy Hochul is the worst governor in America, and it was only a matter of time before she bent the knee for this raging anti-Semite communist. The reality is Kathy Hochul owns Zohran Mamdani's position to defund the police, to abolish our law enforcement, to abolish prisons, to abolish private health care insurance, to decriminalize sex workers. It is outrageous. She also owns every radical proposal, whether it's raising taxes, whether it's government-run grocery stores, and his anti-Semitism, which puts New York at risk and is a danger to the Jewish community in New York City. Kathy Hochul owns this. And the sad thing is, Brian, the majority of New York City residents have said they support anyone other than Zohran Mamdani. She is so petrified of her far left that she is bending the knee to this communist. She owns him lock, stock, and barrel.
Which he said is important, sounds like Letitia James. Here's the post on X. New York City deserves a mayor who will stand up to Donald Trump and make life more affordable for New Yorkers. That's Zohran Mamdani. Really? So it's now important to stand up to a president in your own country for what? What are you standing up for? That's what Letitia James did, and see where that got her.
Well, absolutely. You're seeing the radical far left take over New York's Democrat Party. Unfortunately, New York leads the nation in the highest taxes. We lead the nation in out-migration, people who are leaving, and they're not leaving because of the weather, Brian. They're leaving because of the policies. I don't understand how they vote
like
this. Is a failed governor, a failed attorney general, and a failed leading mayoral candidate that the vast majority of New Yorkers oppose. They want common sense. They want to lower taxes. They want a governor who will support our law enforcement. They want strong borders. And Kathy Hochul at every opportunity has gone further and further to the left to appease her abysmal polling in her own party. That's the reality, Brian, is she was having issues in Democrat support or lack thereof. And that's why she is running to the far left. She tries to appease her common sense, middle of the road supporters. Look at what she's just done. She has put jet fuel on Kami Mamdani, and she owns all of his heinous positions that will make New York less affordable and make New York more dangerous.
Wow. But Congresswoman, if you do decide to run, and I guess that decision's got to be made soon, you have to win over the people that are going to give him a win. He's up by about 20 points in all the polls. Maybe even if you think you have the right ideas, and maybe the country does, if New York City doesn't, can you win this state?
Damn, that's going to be hard.
Well, let's look at it, Brian. Kathy Hochul is losing independence. There was a poll this summer that shows that we are winning independence. Kathy Hochul is plummeting in her support on Long Island. 60% of voters on Long Island want someone new. 69% of voters in New York want someone new. And the reality is Zohran Mamdani is not above 50%, even in the New York City Democrat stronghold.
I don't know how they vote for her, though.
The vast majority of New York City and New York residents do not want communism. They do not want anti-Semitism. And instead of Kathy Hochul responding to the majority of New Yorkers, she has embraced this communist. She has now embraced communism. She has embraced defunding the police. She has embraced tax hikes. She has embraced government-run grocery stores. She has embraced decriminalizing sex work. This is insane, and it's going to further destroy New York. People are looking for new independent leadership. I've demonstrated that in my district when I win not only independent voters, but a fair percentage of Democrats. And if you look in 2024, no state moved more to the Republican direction than represent New York State in support of President Trump. And that support continues to grow every single day. So we are going to work to not only win Republicans, but also win those independents and win Democrats who see that their party is now the party of the far left radical ideology.
Congresswoman, real quick, are you going to run for governor?
We are, yes, donate to SaveNewYork.com. We are building the groundwork today to support local candidates this year. And we need to save New York, and we're working to do that every single day.
Sounds like a maybe, or it sounds like a yes. Congresswoman, thanks so much. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik.
I don't know if she's going to win, to be honest with you. I just, you know, you can hope, but I just feel, okay, energy-wise, I feel like their system is corrupt. Their voting machines are corrupt. Their voting method is corrupt. That's why it hasn't been really fair in New York, because of their machines and how they process their votes. I think they need to be like hawk-eyed. They need to be like looked upon and make sure that the vote actually, you know, people vote the proper way, and not only the proper way, but not have illegal votes. Don't have all these immigrants going in and voting for the governor or for the mayor. You can't. It shouldn't be allowed. But New York, they don't care, so they allow everybody and anybody to vote. Shit, if I walk into New York, I could probably go in and vote. I say I misplaced my license, but I need to vote. I am Juanito from Park Avenue, Park Place, and they'll give me a card and I go vote. And that's how it's never going to be fair, because the system is so corrupted there. So that's enough with the news. This is the portion of the show that we're going to go to. Let me see. We're going to go into the paranormal. So I hope you guys are ready. I do have a few of them lined up. That's about total maybe an hour long, so we should be done by 11. So let's go ahead and get just right to it and watch the paranormal. I love the paranormal. It's always a good thing to watch, for me at least. Let's go ahead and let's make it a little big. Let's do the setup and let's play. Enjoy.
It's not very often that we go to investigate a home of an elderly woman who spent her last days pretty much just withering away. Yeah, I'm really hoping that maybe she'll show herself in this mirror.
You want to check that room out first? Sure. Just kind of do like a right hand thing.
Yeah.
Stop recording.
What?
Oh, what?
I
thought that was like
recording. No, like the Ovilus said stop recording.
What?
Does it bother you that we're recording in your home? They think that they see her spirit within the home. And when I say reflections, I mean they never see her clearly in front of them, but it's only in mirrors. So there will be times when they're walking around a corner, they look in the mirror and they see her reflection down the hall, and then she's gone. We figured this would be a perfect opportunity to try something new. And we walked throughout the entire building. We did our whole walkthrough holding a mirror, trying to see if we can get her to show herself on camera.
Oh man, that's a distraction, though.
This is so weird walking around with this mirror.
Yeah, it bothers
I'm like
me.
so focused on what I'm seeing in the mirror, and I'm just like waiting to see something pop up, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, honestly. Never done anything like this before.
Yeah, it bothers me.
Medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Is there medicine around?
I need medicine.
Well, there's like tea.
Yeah, this spirit's on point. Smoke some of your medicine.
Maybe she was using tea as like a...
Yes.
You were using tea as an herbal remedy?
Killed.
Killed? Yeah.
Let me move
Killed. Were you killed by someone? Maybe she was poisoned?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like saying that on camera, but
Yeah.
when the family reached out, but
Or herself.
or herself,
I don't wanna say
maybe.
those
Yeah,
words
yeah,
in a row,
that's
but-
true. Yeah, that's fucking an odd phrase. Can you tell us something else that'll make more sense? So bathroom over here. Who is she? Wonder why I'd asked that before. Is there someone maybe following us? It says blessed. Want to check out the upstairs?
Patient.
It says patient. You want us to be patient on the stairs? Look at all this stained glass too, bro. You see that shit?
Abigail, are we allowed to go in your room?
No bullshit. I just saw something weird on the mirror.
I mean, I saw something there. Yeah, like right there. Looks like a ninja.
It might have been like a light reflection. I'm not sure, but we'll have to look at it. Yeah.
Battle.
Battle. What kind of battle? What are you dealing with? Talk to us. We're here to help. We're not here to cause trouble or upset you or disturb you.
Was that one?
Nothing was on when we came in, right? I don't know.
Huh. I didn't look up. I'm sure you'll be able to see it on my camera, maybe. So, this is Abigail's room. They said it was the first
door ahead when you come upstairs.
So maybe we should hit the sides.
Okay.
Do you want to split up?
Doesn't matter. We could keep rolling. Yeah, let's just keep going. What is behind curtain number 1?
Bathroom here.
This is weird, bro, holding this mirror.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's like I'm looking behind me and in front of me.
This place is huge.
Abigail, are you up here with us right now? Oh, fuck. What was that?
Whoa.
Where'd that come from?
It was that right there.
Right above me.
The attic door?
Just knocked.
Abigail, are you up here with us right now? Oh, fuck. What was that?
Like it made noise.
What is this?
What is this?
We're trying to communicate with you. Was that open?
I don't know.
Did it
I
close?
don't
It sounded
think
like
so. I thought it
something
closed.
shut.
I don't know if this slammed shut or just thudded.
Let me see.
No.
I think it's locked. Okay. Oh, it's fucking cold up here, bro. What the fuck? Oh,
Oh boy.
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
What the fuck is that?
Did you hear that? Did you hear that little thud?
Something is like banging the other side of this right now.
Mm-hmm.
How?
How? I don't know how. Yeah, you tell us.
I know,
I
right?
can't see anything right now. Abigail, are you up here? Abigail, can you show yourself?
It's chilly right here.
Yeah. It was cold when I opened that up.
Ashley.
Ashley.
Run.
Run? Are you telling us to run? Is there an Ashley here as well?
Looking at a mirror is too hard.
It's crazy, like, I forgot what they call it, like a mirror paradox. A mirror.
Yeah, let me
Oh, I can see you.
Yeah, let's get a third one.
Yep.
Yeah. This was her room, and this looks like this was her desk.
Here's another mirror. 'Cause there's mirrors everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, look at there. And literally right where her desk was.
Abigail, is it okay if I have a seat at your desk? I know this is probably where you spent most of your last days.
As soon as Casey started to read her diary, the Ovilus went crazy like I've never seen before.
All right, I'm not gonna actually show any of. This is probably one of her journals right here, honestly. The family was very specific about us not reading her diary entries out loud. They said that we could film our findings there, but the diaries were too personal.
Do not.
It says do not.
Do not read.
Maybe. I mean, I'm reading it and it said do not.
The diary is extremely personal.
Do not.
Ooh, again.
She knew I was looking at her diary.
Yeah,
at that
do not,
point,
do not.
And she was just saying do not, do not, do not, over and over and over, so persistent.
Do not.
It says do not.
Do not.
It said, do not, do not, do not, over and over again.
It's sad. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get into details, but yeah, no, it's like, it's basically her talking about she knows that her time is coming, and I can't get into too much details about it, but things that she felt going on within her body, and it was very sad to read, but the most startling thing about it was when the Ovilus started going off. That's I got chills right now from that.
What is this?
What is this? We're just here to try to communicate with you, Abigail. Can you tell us something through the Ovilus? Can you give us a message maybe to give to your family? Is there something that you would like to tell your daughter? That was weird, bro.
I think we should try to see if we can get some EVPs.
Yeah.
Just try maybe Abigail's room, downstairs.
Yeah.
A few different
We could
spots.
even set this mirror up everywhere we go, just so we have a mirror that we can look through, just in case. That was crazy, bro. That's what I did after that. I didn't open up any of her diaries that I came across throughout the house.
Wow. Oh, leave me alone.
The EVP session that we did in the living room was extremely unique. I mean, it was something that I personally have never seen in all the investigations that I've ever done. And I mean, I've done a lot at this point.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna actually back up. Abigail, is it okay if we do tests in your room?
Leave me alone.
Are you sure?
Goodbye.
No.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Abigail, we're here
Say goodbye.
to communicate with you.
Leave me alone. Goodbye.
Leave me alone.
Dude, that breaks my heart, honestly.
Yeah. She was saying, leave me alone, goodbye, leave me alone, goodbye, over and over and over.
Goodbye. 4 plus 4. Goodbye.
Abigail, we're very sorry about what happened to you.
Goodbye.
Adam, dude, it's getting heavier every time she says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Abigail, give us a chance. We come in peace.
Goodbye.
Wow. Keep saying
Leave
goodbye.
me alone.
Dude,
Leave me alone.
What the hell is going on, dude? We've never had that.
Abigail, we will leave you alone. If you can show yourself like you've been showing your family.
Father.
You show yourself to your father?
Worship.
Huh.
kind of witnessed something we hadn't seen before, where we weren't really capturing any clear EVPs, but the Ovilus just continued to go crazy.
Leave me alone.
Are you shitting me?
Goodbye.
No.
Leave me alone.
The Ovilus saying, do not, leave me alone, go away, all these things, just, you can't chalk that up to coincidence, especially because of what we read. It's unfortunate we can't say it out loud just as respect to the family, but she was not in the best place emotionally before she passed.
Abigail, we're here in peace to communicate with you.
Leave me alone.
Dude, that breaks my heart, honestly. That's yeah.
Goodbye. 4 plus 4. Goodbye. What is that?
Said demon, what is that?
Abigail, we're very sorry about what happened to you.
Goodbye.
That's crazy.
It's been heavier every time.
It's like there's more going on here than she thought.
Do you want to go to her room in the attic?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm lost.
Why are you lost?
Who is he? Who is he?
Who is who? I'm Casey. We're paranormal investigators. That's
Who is
Tana.
he?
That's Tana. And that's Colton. We're all friendly. We're not here to cause trouble. Can you tell us something? Can you give us a message? Brother. What would you like us to know about your brother? Talk to us. Can you confirm that you are Abigail? Is it Abigail we're talking to?
Stop.
Every time we mention Abigail, we get resistance. Colt, maybe you try to talk to her. Seems like she doesn't like it when we do.
Abigail, can you use your voice to speak into this device? Tell us why you want us to stop. Can you tell us if someone's preventing you from talking? She's not saying stop.
Maybe you keep talking to her for a second.
Nurse.
Nurse?
Haunted.
Haunted.
Jay, earlier you said something about a heart attack, and now you mentioned a nurse. Are these in some way related? Are these causing the hauntings that are going on here? Are these causing the paranormal experiences and activity people are witnessing?
Toy.
Toy.
Buried.
Buried.
Toy.
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 Abigail, where is the toy buried?
She said it 3 times. Are we her toys? Is it even Abigail? Do you feel like it's Abigail? Me? Hmm? Yes and no.
I'm feeling real neutral too, like right in the middle.
I think we've communicated with Abigail. Am I dead?
Abigail.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are. I think we've communicated with Abigail.
Am I dead?
Oh, I got so many goosebumps. And someone else.
Hold on.
Yeah.
She says, am I dead?
You talk to her. Seems like she's giving the most communication when you do.
Abigail, that's why we're
Why
here.
are you here?
That's why we're here.
So why are
We're
you
trying
here?
to figure out how to communicate with those that are moved on from this lifetime and lend a little bit of proof into the science of what is paranormal. If you wish to help us, we have 2 devices that are here for that, and you're doing a great job so far.
Oh boy, aggressions. Oh lord. And they get crazy.
Did you not leave that shit open?
No, I left that thing wide open. Whoa, it's closed, dude.
Oh wow, he left it open.
There's something about this attic. Like, it doesn't want us up there. Abigail or whatever it is. It's like it closed before we were here and now it's closed again.
Why would Abigail not want us up there though?
I don't know.
We do tend to experience a lot in the polar opposites of the houses, like attics, basements, you know,
True.
Yeah.
Carl.
standard.
Carl's. All right, let's do it then.
Go to the attic.
Yeah, let's go. Fuck it.
Okay.
It feels weird up there, right?
Oh shit.
Chain, boy, chain.
What the fuck, dude?
What happened? Did that just slam on your foot?
Oh my god, no.
The door slammed behind me, and I kind of panicked, was trying to open it, and then Casey came and unlatched it. And even now, I'm not sure if it closed or if it was closed by something.
It feels weird up there, right?
Oh shit, you know it went slow.
Chain, boy,
No,
chain.
the way it slowly closed.
Fuck, dude.
It didn't smash.
What happened?
It slowly closed.
Did that just slam on your foot?
Oh my god, no.
Dude,
My heart pounded in my fucking throat, dude.
All right, well, we're here now.
Wow.
Yeah, that scared the fuck out of me too.
Mm.
No, it's, I mean, where do you want to do this?
I guess we could just set it up right here. Let's stick close to this because if that slams and we're all up here,
What was that?
dude, we need to like make sure we don't get locked up here.
Yeah.
You good, bro?
What is your name?
Ooh.
Whose name? My name? Tanner.
Probably, yeah.
Old.
Old? What is my name? I'm the oldest one here. Casey. What is your name? Abigail, earlier you said that you're lost. Why are you lost?
Am I dead?
Oh, it's getting
EMF.
yeah, got an EMF spike when it said, "Am I dead?"
If we're speaking to Abigail, yes, you've passed.
A lot of times we use the yes/no prism to try and get very clear types of answers. So we can ask an entity, "Are you angry that we're here?" It'll give us a green light or a red light. This time we tried to use 2 candles instead. It was basically the same concept. If you want to tell us yes, make this flame flicker. If you want to tell us no, make this flame flicker. Abigail, or whoever's here with us right now, this side is going to represent yes. This side is going to represent no. And if you can move past either one of these sides and make these candles flicker or give us a sign that you're here, you can answer our questions like this. Is there a reason that you can't leave this house? Hear that?
No.
That candle just, this one right here just bounced high. Did you see that? Like the flame kind of rose on it. It's kind of weird.
Is that you, Abigail?
Is it just me or is that one moving more than this one?
That was moving significantly, yeah.
Abigail, is it the venue that we were doing tests in your room earlier? That flickered.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Abigail, this is the venue that we were doing tests in your room earlier.
Yeah,
That flickered.
Yeah.
It's a yes, to a venue.
Yeah.
Do you want us to leave now?
See how calm they're both sitting right now?
Yeah.
You can definitely see when there's any kind of like alteration in the flame.
It did seem during that test that we had some pretty clear movement.
Abigail, do we have permission to read your diary?
No.
Oh, wow. That was crazy. Immediate no.
Abigail, do we have permission to read your diary?
No. Into the flicker. Wow.
That was crazy. Immediate no.
Well, let's get out.
Let's try another yes, right?
Okay.
Do you want us to stay away from your diaries? Did that thing just flicker? Do you want us to stay away from your diaries?
The lights flickered. Yeah, the lights behind them flickered.
Do you want us to stay away from your diaries?
Yeah.
Cole, did that thing just flicker?
From my vision, it did, but I don't know if I was focused on you.
You're looking at the camera?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it just changed. Yeah, it's all changed. That was weird. Honestly, I mean, I don't know what else to do. Like, we've gotten so many clear messages that we're not really welcomed here.
Mm-hmm.
We've had so many messages, please leave, goodbye, please leave, goodbye. Don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Talking about the diary. That note was solid.
Yeah.
When you said, is it okay if we read your journal? It seemed like we weren't really welcome to be there. So after we did the yes no test, we decided we ran enough tests there. We did gather a bunch of evidence, and we decided to wrap it up for the night. I think we're done here tonight.
Yeah.
Honestly. We've communicated, and it just seems like we're not welcome.
Yeah.
You know?
We've kind of gathered what we can.
And they did say that there hasn't been any like aggressive acts here.
Yeah.
And they didn't want us to provoke. They didn't want us to do like Ouija stuff. So we could just give them what we've gathered.
Let them know that there's definitely proof of a presence here.
She's still here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Personally, I do believe that this place is haunted, if that's what you would want to call it.
I would say that she still is present there, and her sadness is still present.
After experiencing everything in that house, it seems like whatever is there seems to be attached to it in some way, like regarding sentiment.
Typically, when I think of haunted, I think of a negative entity. We've dealt with a lot of dark presences and evil forces, but
I don't think there's anything evil there. I think it's just her, and I think we're getting pretty clear communication from her throughout the night.
This place seemed more like a peaceful haunting. I know that there was an attic door slam, but it just seemed like maybe Abigail's spirit was still there, and she just really wanted to be left alone.
I find an entity that resides there in search of help.
She just wanted to have peace and quiet within her home after she spent her entire life there.
Wow, that's just amazing. That's just the spirit world is that energy. It's residue. It's when people die. Sometimes they're not ready for it, and they get held back, and they become like residue energy, and the energy absorbs wherever the area, and they could travel, and cause mayhem. It's just crazy how there's so much evidence of the paranormal and so forth, and it's still like people don't really believe it. People don't really care for it. And I'm like, a lot of people need to pay attention to it because these spirits, they're always around, and they a lot of people are suffering because of them. Like their homes are really like, it's so bad that they run away from their homes. They go and they leave. They can't stay, and they think they have their wonderful, beautiful house they always wanted, and the next thing you know, they're hauling ass because it's just they can't take it anymore. It's just really crazy. So let's go ahead and set up the next one, and then let's watch together. Let's get this all set up. Here we go. Let me put up the volume. That'll work.
Unbeliever, he was totally sold on whatever was going on there. For the wife, she was scared for her son. And for the son, he clearly was not sleeping well. He wasn't sleeping well. He's getting pulled. It was just like the whole family was in disarray over this house that actually doesn't look scary at all.
It's crazy, like being back in here now after being here in the daytime, because you just get like a whole different vibe walking into a place at night.
And you have to put yourself like, all right, so in the kitchen before when he was talking about the thing falling down,
Yeah.
it's like, ain't that scary when he's telling you during the day?
Yeah.
But at nighttime when you're in here and you see like just things up there that are during the day pretty normal. If I heard something crash right now, that would totally have me go, that would shock me like just as much as it shocked him.
Yo, you know what? Let's do this real quick. Remember how we said we were gonna set up a static cam?
Yeah.
Let's put the water bottles up there. I'll give you like 3 or 4 of them. All right, so we have 3 bottles, 1 empty, 1 half full, 1 full. That way, if it is the air conditioning, we would expect the light one to fall and not any of the full ones.
Whoa. This thing popped. The energy is so high.
All right. And
whoa.
I could set up a camera on those, so we got it on that all night long. I mean, like what they've said, this has happened a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we'll be able to get something with this.
Like things like you just don't know.
Yeah.
I have to find out. Honestly, like it would be great if we look through the air conditioner.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling based on what they're saying.
Nah. Not.
Mechanics and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, not with heavy falling like that. Probably not. If there are any spirits present with us right now, now would be your time to communicate. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to harm you. It's where we did our little interview earlier. Maybe you were watching some of our interview. Maybe you heard them talking. These are definitely a bit strange. What happened? You good?
Yep. The alarm system went off. Got me.
Yeah, this place is like just weird looking, man. Yeah, they should definitely replace the batteries. It seems like these things are just making lots of noise. If there's any spirits present, anything here that would like to show itself to us, can you please move this EMF detector? I believe this is the room that we were said there was an apparition in. You like to show yourself in this room? If you like showing yourself, can you show yourself to me right now, please? I'm not here to harm you. Now, if you do have bad intentions, or if you're an unhappy spirit, I just got a little green spike here. This is the room where apparently you've been shaking a boy when he's sleeping. Is that you? Is that you? Can you make it go to yellow or red if that's you? Is that you? Yeah. Hey, Steve. Hey, come here real quick. Nothing in that bed should have been making that EMF detector go crazy like that. And that's just one of those things that it's hard to explain. Yeah, I was just getting crazy readings right here on the bed. I wanted to check this room because this is like, you know, where the kids said everything was happening.
Yeah, that's where they can jump.
Yeah, I was like right here. And it was going to red. I'll show you the footage in a second.
It went off only in that bed, right where the son said he was getting pulled.
It was going nuts. It was like responding directly to me. I mean, well, let's check.
I have one of those.
Pull it down.
The EMF reader. I have one.
And put this down on the bed. No, nothing in blankets. But we decided since we were getting spikes right there, and since this is where the boy was being messed with, maybe we should set up a spirit box here and see if we get some kind of communication.
We know that somebody is here. You showed your presence on the bed with us before with the EMF detector. Are you a coward?
I heard no.
I heard no too. I wasn't sure if it was just me thinking of a word or not, though. If you're not a coward, do something to us. Not in the spirit box.
Yeah, like a moan.
Yeah. Things were happening as that spirit box was going on. Bangs. Things kept disrupting us from doing the spirit box.
Yeah. That was weird. That was like legit.
That wasn't spirit. It wasn't spirit box.
No.
That was legit behind us. Like
it definitely sounded like it was behind a wall or something, you know? First it sounded like a moan, right? Did you hear like a moan? Like a weird noise? It's weird. I don't know. No. I don't know. We'll go back. Continue the spirit box, I guess. Weird. Can you give us your name and be clear? Hold on. You heard that?
Yeah.
You heard like a phone? Sound like a payphone ringing.
Yes. Hold on.
They might have a house phone, but it's what, 1 a.m? Do they even have a house phone anywhere? On the wall? Yeah, look, there's a phone in here. It's probably this phone ringing. But who the hell would be calling at 1 a.m. anyway, man?
That ring sounded like an old phone?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
No dial tone. Hello? Hey, can you push a button real quick? Hello?
Is it on?
No, it's not even. There's no dial tone. It's probably just like a decoration.
Is it actually like on?
I don't know. Is there a plug?
No,
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, there is a plug. Is it plugged in? That would make a lot of sense. No? I mean, unless there's another phone, we can go look. Let's go check, maybe in the other rooms. Maybe there's a phone hooked up.
I'm keeping the cord right there.
There was no way to explain how the phone rang without it being plugged in. And we thought, okay, maybe there's another one in the house. No other phones in here, right?
Dude, ever since we started doing the spirit box,
Yeah.
something's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like bang,
there's certain
the
triggers
moan.
that like really get going, It's like,
What?
what the man? It just rang again? Is that phone?
Come on, it had to be that phone.
But as we were walking out of the room, it rang again.
Came right from in here.
Check drawers and stuff, man. Is there any
I mean, I'll look, dude. It was. Dude, you're standing right here.
Yeah.
It's right
Yeah.
over there in the corner. You can tell this.
That's impossible, though.
See if there's if it's tampered with.
Yeah, this is the
Oh, yeah.
attached.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But I mean,
there's like a little speaker. I guess it's for when it rings, but volume high, low, ringer. I mean, it shouldn't be making noise without being plugged in.
you know what we can do? Grab the EMF detector, bring it over. Make sure
That's a great idea.
make sure there's no current going to it.
Yeah.
Because
maybe there's
it
a
definitely
battery.
rang.
Yeah.
Look, it's 100% came from
Maybe
here.
there's-
Is somebody trying to communicate with us?
You want to talk? Oh, you see that? Oh, it's the light. Okay, it's not the phone. light. It was like electric.
Wow, that
It was
thing
definitely a
rang.
phone ring, dude. It was definitely a phone.
Yeah. It's weird though.
Yeah, do that. Perfect.
No. It's weird.
What would make him go off then?
No idea.
There's no outlets.
Dude.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna
Getting
go lights
constant
out.
readings in this whole hallway in this room. All right, we're gonna make a last attempt with a spirit box now. This is gonna be your last shot to communicate through the spirit box. Yeah.
How hard was it spiking before? Was it going?
Oh, it was going nuts.
Here we go.
It was going back and forth. Yeah.
That's weird. It's like something was here. I mean, I don't think I know everyone knows how spirits work, but why is it it's going up just enough to like? Well, before we were scanning all over the place.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it wasn't going up at all.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Let's do one last spirit box reading.
Let me get my phone ready too. Is there somebody trying to make a phone call to us or communicate?
Was that you making the phone ring? Yeah?
I heard like ye. Yeah, it's kind of southern now.
Yeah, it did sound like that.
Whatever you are, you want to communicate with us in other ways.
It's just went red.
Went red?
Yeah, it went red.
Is the camera on?
Yeah, I got it now. It's going yellow. That's. I'm back here. It went red a second ago.
How long have you been here? Month. I heard a month.
I heard
Or the word month.
I heard months. You heard that?
Yeah. So you're here recently? Where are you from? I'm getting like some words, but they're not like.
Yeah,
they're not through multiple.
Oh. See?
Oh, went high.
We know something is here. Just talk through the radio waves.
We couldn't really make out a lot of the stuff coming through on the spirit box, but we've been hearing all sorts of weird noises. You know, every time we start using the spirit box.
The bang and stuff?
Yeah.
You can hear bangs at places, right?
Yeah.
That phone though?
How do you explain that? It rang right behind us. Like, here's one thing. If it rang when we were in that room, you know, it could have been another phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like after we went in and looked at it, and then it rang again. Yeah, we got another camera in the bag that we could definitely put over there for sure.
Well, that's weird, actually.
What?
We were up there.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
What?
Holy shit,
What?
dude.
What?
You don't. Did you see that before?
See what before?
Hold on. Let me.
Casey knew after I showed him what I saw, you know, he knew that something was moved around. And it was hard for me because I'm there for 10 seconds trying to figure out why he's so freaked out. And that's making me freak out because I feel like I'm missing something.
You didn't see this before?
See what?
This is 3 statues. It's not 1 statue.
Okay.
It was 3 monkeys lined up right here. I filmed it when we came in and did the walkthrough. I have it on my phone. I filmed it when we came in and did the walkthrough.
Oh yeah, look, they were moved apart.
Definitely.
They were apart, and they huddled up together.
On water bottles, but I don't think there's anything aimed
But
over here.
both of our cameras were going the whole time, so it's like we're both walking around. You're trying to like, prove it to people?
Yeah.
Dude, that I didn't touch it, dude.
I know. Well, we were together the whole time doing the spirit.
But you didn't touch it.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Okay. No, didn't touch it.
It's like disturbing. You know something or somebody moved them. And we were in the house when they were moved. So it's terrifying. It's hard to describe the feeling. It's scary.
Dude, I don't know.
That has me much more freaked out than the phone does for some reason.
And the way that they're like huddled up is just weird.
I gotta let marks.
Yeah. Oh. AC just went on.
Got our adrenaline going here.
This is weird, man.
What are you doing?
This is fucking weird. It's like the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil monkeys. You know?
I don't know. Touch this.
It looks crazy. I don't know. I looked at
Should we
these.
leave it like that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Why don't we take them down?
Okay.
Maybe we could put them somewhere else. They just look weird to me, man. It's like something about them.
Oh, something
Water
fell.
bottles?
Water bottle fell.
What the bro?
Ain't those bottles.
I thought for sure one of our water bottles.
Water bottle, dude.
He kept saying, "Oh, like one of my water bottles fell."
Dude, hold on.
It's my Gatorade bottle from earlier. It was on the dining room table right here.
It's that fell down.
No, it's not. But the AC did turn on a couple. Yeah, but you know what? It would have blown over when the AC turned
Put
on.
it back where
I had it. Yeah. It was like right here.
I'm thinking the AC is at a certain part of
AC
the room.
cannot move a
right where the
bottle.
bottles we had set up. Why wouldn't one of those fall down? Especially the empty one that weighed nothing.
You try getting that to blow up right now.
Huh? It moved.
Oh, yeah, okay. Is that the AC? Is
No.
the AC right there in the plant? If it was the AC, it's caused to knock over. Why
Yeah.
are any of those? Why is the empty one up there knocked over?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I got an idea. You know what? Let's get those monkeys down.
Yeah, and they put them
Why do
with
you
the
keep
spirit
breaking
box.
things in this house?
You plan to stay.
Is there a reason that you keep on shaking the boy in his sleep? Yo.
You hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
We heard a bang on the door and it pulled us away from the spirit box, just like it did in the boys' room.
It's like something knocked again. Yeah, let me see. You think it was this?
They move them around.
These move. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds just like it, right?
It sounds just like from before, only
That's like
it was louder now. So that's probably what we heard before.
That could have been.
That's 100% what we heard before. It's definitely what it was.
Yeah, but that thing shouldn't be moving on its own anyway.
That's what it was.
But still, even if it is,
I know, but dude, that's the sound.
yeah,
That
you're
is
right.
the sound, dude.
That's got to be it.
That is 100%
That
the
has to
sound,
be it.
dude.
Weird, man.
Jesus, man.
Hopefully, you can hear it over the spirit box. Though.
Where are the monkeys?
Can you tell me how that moved right there?
I have no idea, bro.
In 10 seconds, they're split.
Dude, that's so
No, I know you're not with me, dude. That's it. That's good. That's good enough for me, dude. We were just here.
Yeah.
We were just right here.
3 seconds
They were
ago.
together.
And everyone can say what they want about how long you should stay. 6 hours is a good time for me. The amount of things that we caught there was good enough for me. And when I feel like I know something is intentionally trying just to like get us out of there, to where I'm hearing groans through the spirit box and rearranging objects in front of us, to a certain point where I'm good. That was that point for me.
I don't know what was making the knocking, but that part to me at this point is irrelevant. When we went back into the kitchen and we saw the monkeys that we had just walked away from, 10 seconds ago, we walked out of the kitchen. When we walked back and they were rearranged on the floor, it was one of those moments that every single hair on my body stood up. Steve didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. We both knew in that moment something is toying with us. Something is messing with us, and it did not feel good. Steve was ready to go. I felt like I was ready to go. We had already captured a lot of stuff on camera within the 6 hours we were there, and it's not a good feeling when you know that something's just kind of like playing with you.
I don't have any kind of answer. I don't have any kind of explanation. I have nothing to say that'll change anyone's mind. The two of us were in the house the whole night. He was right next to me, so I know it wasn't him.
Knowing we're in one room, coming back, seeing things moved around, and having that footage actually caught on camera, it makes a world of difference as far as thinking that you left something and then, not being sure whether you did or not, but being able to go back and look at the footage that you just captured. It's definitely paranormal activity going on in there. And, I hope that what we found and what we caught on camera helps this family to figure out what their next step is.
Honestly, we've gotten in a couple of fights because, I've put away the dishes and cleaned up the kitchen, and I go into my bedroom and do a little laundry, and I come back out and there'd be cups and napkins and things that I put away earlier on the counter. And, you know, I would think it was him being disrespectful and not helping me clean up. But
what was your reaction to that? You know, at first I'm thinking, did I take that stuff out? You know, but no, I didn't.
But you just think everyday things.
Yeah, well,
you're
thinking maybe I had one day I took a suit out and put it on the bed because I had to meet a friend for lunch. It was a business lunch, and I come back out and it's hung back up. And I said, why did you do that? Why did you hang the suit back up? I just took it out.
I have a very good memory, and I know that I did not hang that suit back up.
Wow, crazy. The energy is really crazy. You know, with those type of spirit energies, they will move things around. They have that amount of power that they're capable of doing that and scaring the shit out of people. So, you know what? Let me change. I'm gonna change my background. I'm just gonna go all black because I want to be lights out. So let's go all black, and then just gonna play the last video of the paranormal. Let's check it out together. It should be very interesting. All right, here we go.
That's it. That's the fucking place, bro. Dude, I wonder if anybody's living in this fucking place.
We gotta check this out before we just dive in.
You want to go in the front door, or you want to go around the back and peek through the windows, make sure nobody's like squatting here first? Dude, I got that weird like feeling coming out here, like you're just gonna see something pop out, like an animal or something in the window, you know? Oh, like something like that. Oh shit, it's on my arm. Okay. Maybe we don't go around the back. I think we just go in the front door now. Okay, front door it is. All right. This is it.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hello, hello. Anybody here?
Anytime we visit an abandoned place at night, we always check for homeless people and squatters before we enter.
Not trying to invade your territory if you're living in here. Coming in. Don't startle us. I could smell the burnt wood, but the whole place just kind of looked like a dump.
Where it was burnt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a piece of an arched doorway or something. Yeah. When it fell down. Door. Let's see what's up here. Anything up the fireplace? No. Just a long fireplace.
Be careful, Steph.
Yeah.
From the fire. All this damage.
Yeah. There's some fucking nuts in here, bro.
See how that little structural member goes up the center?
Yeah.
If we're gonna go up these stairs,
We have to stay in the middle.
make sure you stay in the middle, yeah.
Oh, there's a big hole over here, man. Holy.
You get hurt if you go through that hole.
Legitimately creep the f out. There's a whole room underneath this room down here.
Oh yeah, we gotta find there's a staircase that leads down there.
Once we saw those holes leading to the basement, we knew we had to check it out, and things started to pick up quite a bit. Careful, bro.
Let's just go one at a time.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to get all the way down. Oh, see anything down there?
Even being in that basement, those first few moments by myself just gave me an eerie feeling.
I don't know if it's like a heating unit or what. There's definitely like some ducting. All right, come on down. I think it's like a furnace or something. You really got to walk a thin line to get down, you know?
I'm gonna switch on the Ovilus. See if we get anything. You want to check it out with me? You doing the EMF? Okay. Good way to see if there's any running power too. Every now and then the Ovilus will pick up things that just don't make sense, but it does need to get a signal in order to say anything. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us? Wow. Are you talking about the noise that the floor just made while I was walking? Or are you gonna make a creak? Is there anybody here that died in the fire still? Oh, did you know there's a whole door over here? What's behind this door? Can you tell us?
Casey noticed a door on the other side of the basement, and as soon as we entered the room, you could just feel the temperature drop.
This room is f***ed up looking. Did you look in here?
Oh, dude.
You see my breath? It just got really cold.
I feel heavy cold in my chest.
Yeah. I saw my breath when I walked in the door. And it's not even that cold out. That's nuts.
Oh, it's like pressure.
This room
on the
is
chest,
freezing, bro.
Anybody who's done any type of paranormal investigation knows that a temp drop is a pretty strong indicator that there could possibly be some sort of spiritual presence.
There's a collapsed part of the building here. Somebody dying there, maybe? Is that why it's so cold here? The temperature drop is nuts. We have a device for you to communicate with us. Why don't you tell us something? What happened here? What happened? Give us something. I can see the yellow dot blinking. Did you hear something? Yeah. Sound like
Just a single knock.
like a tap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear something?
Yeah.
Sound like
Just a single knock.
like a tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hearing constant knocks and taps throughout the building the entire time we were in the basement.
It sounded like it was right from the stairs.
Really?
Like the area of the stairs.
You heard that, right?
It sounded like it was right from the stairs.
Really?
Like the area of the stairs.
You heard that, right? It's getting creepy, right?
Do you want to talk?
Look, we are probably the best chance of communication that you're going to get. You might not be able to get your message out ever again. We have a device here that you can put words through if you like. And I know now that the device is not spitting out tons of random stuff because it only gave us 2 words the whole time we've been down here.
According to the locals, there's many spirits here.
Please give us a sign. If you want us to leave, you could just tell us and we'll leave. If you want us to leave this room, would you rather we speak to you in a different room? Yeah, be careful with that. Spiderweb and, well, I don't think these, you could put your EMF detector to it. I don't think that's live. No, that's not live. This looks like, look how the dirt's a different color over here. You notice that? Looks like someone dug here. Like that's like different dirt. Dude, what if there's a body under there, bro? Hey, are you underneath here? Is that you? Can you give us something? See, it's choosy, bro. Yeah. It doesn't just spit shit out all the time. Like it really has to get some kind of reading in order to say anything. You want to test the spirit box down here? See if I get anything on the Ovilus. You can try the spirit box. Alright. You want to do that? Alright. We can stop. Oh, she just talked. She said again.
Heavy.
Heavy what? The feeling?
Just moments before the Ovilus said heavy, actually said that the room we were in was heavy.
Oh, dude.
You see my breath? It just got really cold,
I
right?
felt heavy cold in my chest. You got to give us more than that.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll put you right here. And if you want to communicate through this, it's there. And we'll set up the spirit box too. I'm gonna work my way upstairs, and I'm gonna keep recording. I'm gonna bring the Ovilus with me. You hear that noise? That's weird, bro.
Every time the spirit box beeps, it's an indication that the temperature gauge is moving.
Yeah, it's done that in places when like I had a lot of activity. You think that's too fast? Or you want to slow it down?
Just one, yeah.
What? Hip it hop, watch. What do you want me to watch? Hip it hop. The temperature hop? Is that what you're talking about? Hip it hop, watch. What do you want us to watch? I learned the last time Spirit Box said something, there was something in the cemetery with us. Is there something you want us to see down here? I don't know. All right, let me slow it down one for you. All right, there you go. Said cube, and I just started moving that. What did it say? Cube. Cube? Cube, yeah, like a cube. I don't know what that means.
It's saying solid +3. It's getting hotter.
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh, it said fire. Look.
As soon as I said it's getting hotter, like literally the moment it left my lips, the Ovilus said fire. At that moment, it really felt like something was there with us.
It's saying solid +3. It's getting hotter.
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh, it said fire. The fact that it said the word fire as the spirit box was heating up felt like a direct communication. Fire. Wow. That's pretty clear. Maybe I should stay here with you, because it seems like it likes the interaction between both, right? If that's you, can you make it hotter? Are you someone that burned in the fire? Walking into the next room while the spirit box was running, it was kind of hard for me to hear anything over the spirit box, but I was pretty sure that I heard a child's voice humming. Making that fall. Hey, mute it real quick.
Solid 4 now.
Mute it. Dude, I swear to God, it sounded like a kid humming like something, like humming. Hey, mute it real quick.
Solid 4 now.
Mute it. Dude, I swear to God, it sounded like a kid humming like something, like humming. Yeah. There was definitely something making noise from the room beside us, but what I saw next really made my stomach drop.
Can you tell me everything? I'm sure you'll fly.
Oh.
I knew something spooked Casey. I could hear it in his voice. When he said that it was something that was like shaped like a kid, I just assumed it was a piece of junk or something.
I stared at it for maybe 10 seconds and I just figured in my mind it's probably just a piece of scrap metal. There's so much crap down here. Something in the room looks like a kid sitting with their back turned to me, and I almost shit my pants. Oh no, became older. It just said became older. The fact that the words became older came through on the Ovilus right after both of us were talking about this possibly being the spirit of a child, I can't chalk up to coincidence. It's just too dead on point. It's like a kid sitting with their back turned to me, and I almost shit my pants. Oh no, became older. It just said became older.
Became older?
Yeah, we were asking if it was a kid, and it says became older.
I think it was just a bucket. My breath is up.
That's not what it was. There's chairs there, but that's not what I was just looking at.
Which one? Which one were you looking at here?
Hold on, bro. This is. Doesn't it look like someone's sitting with their back turned?
Dude. After looking at the footage on Casey's phone, I could see that what he was looking at was actually there. And when you're on these investigations, you're in the dark for a long time, using flashlights, your eyes can start to play tricks on you. So we reviewed the footage on the phone, and I believe what he thought at the time was just some junk was actually an apparition that he was staring right at.
It was something there.
Are you a child? Can you tell me or make the temperature go to 5?
But yeah, look, it's like something like sitting there. What is it?
Something in the room?
Yeah, it's like Indian style.
I can't explain what I actually captured on camera, but I know that it was there 10 seconds prior, and when I went back in the room to check, it was not there. Doesn't it look like someone's sitting with their back turned? Let's get out of the basement. I'm legitimately freaked out right now.
I heard that.
What's that?
Like a bang.
What was that? Dude, what's that? What was that?
Right when we were getting temperature.
That was hard as
That was like, sounded like a rock or something.
it sounded like a piece of the roof fell above us. Now I'm feeling like someone's gonna jump out at me. Just be careful.
I don't want to be down here by myself.
I know. I don't want to be up here by myself. That had to be a piece of brick falling from up there, bro. Because look how many small pieces of brick are down here.
Yeah.
Like baseball-sized brick, you know? So I figured that whatever we heard while we were down in the basement was probably just part of the ceiling coming undone. And when I looked up, I saw movement on the ceiling.
Do you hear something?
Yeah.
I heard something too.
Same type of noise.
Dude, I think there's something that might be living upstairs. Oh shit, there's bats in here, dude. Oh, dude, you fucking no. They're flying all around above. Yo, watch it, dude.
Yep, they have bats.
Holy, bro, dude, just doing laps. Okay, let's go around.
They have bats. Batman. Yeah, take my
The bats definitely startled us a bit while we were in there, but neither one of us was really trying to get rabies that night, so we decided to let them settle, do whatever they got to do before we continued in that room.
That's crazy. As soon as I said I think there's something living up there, I see bats dropping down. From what? What? Gail? Gail? Oh, there's a chain hanging right here above us, too. Her name's Gail? Gail? Is that you? Gail, we got a name now. I can't believe we just like had bats swoop down on us. Yeah, that's insane.
Seller.
Oh. Oh. Did you hear it? It's because we left her alone there. Cellar alone. I'm in the cellar alone.
After seeing what I saw downstairs in the basement and capturing that on camera, hearing the Ovilus say the words cellar alone sent chills straight down my spine.
Do you want or do you want one of us in the cellar alone? If you want one of us in the cellar alone, tell me. Say that. Say yes. That's nuts, bro.
Seller.
Oh. Oh. Did you hear it?
It's because we left her alone down there.
Cellar alone. I'm in the cellar alone.
Do you want us?
Or do you want one of us in the cellar alone?
Oh.
I didn't want to go down there by myself after what I just saw. Something that looked like a burnt child sitting Indian style in the room, and then it vanished. No, thank you.
Gail, do you want one of us in the cellar alone? Oh.
The bat?
Yeah.
The bats.
This room is nuts. Look at it, dude. It just went in the kitchen. Did you see it?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's right here.
Yeah. There he comes, look.
Yep.
He's in there just eating bugs. And I tell you what, though, when there was like 4 of them, it scared the out of me.
Do you want to go down that walkway?
Yeah. We have to go through the room with them. What the fuck was that?
Not.
What did it say? Not.
Moors.
Moors? Not more? We have to go through the room with them.
And they're tapping.
What the fuck was that?
Not.
What did it say? Not.
Moors.
Moors? Not more? Dude, be careful. This right here is hanging down.
Yeah.
Looks like a nesting spot for.
Wow, this is like
See that fire?
not.
Oh yeah. All right,
Yep,
we're doing
this
this.
bad.
Yeah, to some stairs in the middle of nowhere. Oh, she said continue.
She said what?
Continue. Yeah, to some stairs in the middle of nowhere. Oh, she said continue.
She said what?
Continue.
So I'm first.
Yeah. Watch your step. Watch your footing. Make sure it's not too like weak. Is it?
Oh, it's a whole other building upstairs.
Really? Well, maybe that's why she wants us to continue. Maybe there's more to uncover.
Wow.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that, right?
Yeah. There's a cellar here.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sounded like something closed back there or something?
Something dropped. Wanna check out his back room?
Creepy.
We could go back down maybe one last test before we leave.
I think we should.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm feeling about Ouija in this place?
Due to the fact that our last encounter with the Voodoo Queen, I got very ill, and I still can't find a reason as to why that happened.
He was throwing
But
up
we
black.
just wanted this investigation
That
to
was
be a little bit
yesterday.
more smooth
Yesterday.
sailing.
There's definitely a feeling in the cellar. Well,
We're getting good communication with what we're using.
yeah,
And we've got a lot of clear stuff, so
you're right.
either way.
Yeah.
At this point, we didn't get any more activity on the spirit box or the Ovilus, so we decided to wrap it up for the night.
Do I think this place is haunted? Yes. I do think there's a ton of activity there.
I feel like we did capture quite a few things on camera, and there were definitely some paranormal occurrences going on in this location.
We got some pretty clear stuff through the Ovilus.
The Ovilus is always a hit or miss, but this time it was spot on. Saying words like compound phrases like became older, cellar alone. There's no way that that's a coincidence, being in this place and hearing phrases being said like that one after another.
Based on that stuff and the feelings and the temperature drops.
Hearing humming noises coming from one of the rooms in the basement, seeing an apparition captured on camera that was not there just moments later.
I would say that certainly, yes, this place is haunted.
All of those things cannot be explained, but the taps and knocks could have just been rodents or possibly bats up in the ceiling knocking stuff down. The building is old, it is falling apart, so that part is not really something I would consider paranormal, but the things that we did capture are definitely enough for me to say that there is some sort of presence there in the burnt plantation. Is it the spirit of a little girl? Possibly. Is it good or evil? Really, there's no way to tell, but we did capture some activity on camera on this investigation.
Wow. And that's a little disturbing there. I mean, the paranormal could be hit or miss. You see, that place was just a mess. That place was like they needed to bulldoze that place, but you know they let it get run down to the part that nature takes its course and rips it apart. And the place is it has spirits, it has residue, energy, and but it was very good night. I'm getting tired, so I'm definitely going to be signing off here tonight. Yeah, it was good. The news was good. The paranormal was awesome. Like usual, I love watching the paranormal and just learning and listening and experiencing, what they go through and see it through video, see the proof. It's disturbing at times, yes, but what isn't at this point, and I believe in the paranormal and I believe in energy. And yeah, with that said, my energy is already depleted. I need a recharge, so I'm calling it a night. I want to thank everybody who came through today. Truly appreciate you guys so much. And for those who are watching, thank you. And for the ones who rewatch and are watching, thank you again. And I'm out of here. I'm just so tired. It was a long day today. My neck is just killing me, and I just want to lay down. You can see I'm trying to stay still here, but I'm not even sitting up. I'm all slouched over. Sitting up would be like this. I'm all like this. I'm done. Have a good morning, afternoon, and a good night. And I'll catch you on the flip side. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow's a new day, but tomorrow could be a repeat of every day, because we still don't learn. We wake up and we make mistakes every day, and a lot others, they make the ultimate mistake, and sometimes it'll cost them their life, or end up in jail, and all this craziness that's been going on with the Alphabet Gang. It's just, and Charlie Clark, he was something kept telling me he's murdered, but I feel like he's been set up. This was a big setup. I believe it has to do with the Democratic Party. I believe it has to do with the dark forces behind the Soros, because Soros has so much money he could pay off a whole group of people to be operatives and, you know, to set Charlie up and to have him killed and accomplish the mission, and then go back and retrieve a camera, and then go over to remove the SD card, and then, like, with a matter of seconds, hand it off to somebody else, and then that person walks off, like the one with the white. It's like, why was he like there all that time and waiting around? And then when the guy takes the card out, he gives it to him, and you see he goes off real quick. So there's something sinister that's going on that the FBI needs to be investigating. I hope they're doing their job. I mean, they can hire me if they want, and I can review the videos and just give them my opinion and what I feel and so forth. Because the agents that are on file or working on this shit, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But I hope they find the killers, more killers, because I believe there's more. Even Charlie's telling me there's more killers. There's like, it's a group of them. It's like it's a whole, it's it goes deep, but there's infiltration within that setup there, and he was set up. Charlie was set up. With that said, have a good night, and yes, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace for now, and we'll talk more about Charlie tomorrow. Good night.